We're not waiting the full 5 minutes. 4 minutes? Doesn't matter. We're not waiting. This is very exciting. A while back, I did a Genshin stream. We were doing story quests. We did Tignari's story quest first. He was very important to us. Um, and in the story quest, we met with a funny little guy. He was a little robot crab, very cute. Um, and then the quest ended, so we made the assumption that we would never see our best friend, the robot crab, ever again. However, in Farazan's hangout event, she's a 4 star. In Farazan's hangout event, you have to finish Tignari's story quest, right? And I was like, that's weird, but whatever. It turns out Karkata is in the story event. Do you realize? Hold on. Look, I literally we were just about to go in. Look, there he is. There's our buddy best friend. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There's our buddy best friend. Look, there he is. So I needed to show you guys immediately because Karkata means everything to me. Let's go.
A monster? Why is there a monster here?
Don't be scared, Kale. This is the mechanical life form the Traveler and I saved a while back. Its name is Karkata.
Karkata, my
It's the final work
baby
of
girl.
a late junior of mine.
You mean Abatui? He must have been a genius to create one of such polish all by himself.
I love how
It's uncommon
Farazan
that
just knows
SpongeMod
that it
researcher
was
is able to create such an
Abattoir.
intricate
That's also a
machine.
really funny thing.
If he were still around, we could probably chat the day away. What a shame.
Look, he's so sad.
Something seems wrong
I need to
here.
protect him immediately.
Have you been maintaining it? Mechanical life forms are much more fragile than they look. Is Karkata sick?
Karkata has been lying down like this since a few days ago.
No.
It could be an old malfunction acting up again. I've taken a few courses conducted by Spontamod before, so I've managed to perform some passable repairs on Karkata's energy supply module. However, it seems the issue this time is with its transmission. My knowledge can only prevent its condition from deteriorating any further. But Madame Farazan, you should be able to find a way to repair it.
Not necessarily. Mechanical life forms are created using techniques from alchemy, elemental science, and more. There are multiple modules here that influence each other. A simplistic knowledge of mechanisms will not serve here. You know that as well. Each mechanical life form is very different from the next. So even I cannot be sure if my understanding of mechanical life forms is going to be of any use to our little crab friend here.
Protect Karkata, please.
Karkata.
Wants to protect
Can we all
him.
go outside for a minute?
Where?
I need a bit of space. Before I do a thorough check, everything we've just said is but conjecture.
All right. We're counting on you, Madame Farazan.
Okay. Oh, he's so sad.
Who knew that I'd encounter a mechanical life form in this manner after 100 years?
Good for her. Good for her. Look at her little outfit. Let's go.
I didn't know mechanical life forms could get sick too. You have to get better soon, Karkata.
Turns out that you have to do Carabert to do Kaya's hangout event, so we're gonna be doing that afterwards. Surprise! Hope you guys enjoy.
We'll wait here till Farazan finishes her inspection. In the meantime, I'd like to talk to you about her.
I also wanted to ask about her past.
Her past, huh? Quite a few people in the academia know about what happened to her. Perhaps it'd be best if I'm the one to tell you. I've told you before that she had disappeared for 100 years, right? From her perspective, trapped might be a more apt description.
Trapped?
Her exact words were,
That ruin was crawling with traps and coded inscriptions from wall to wall. I did all I could to decipher the code and deactivate the traps to escape the ruin, but there was no way out. I lost track of time and I ran out of pen and paper. In the end, I had to use stone shards to write on the walls and on the floor to decipher the code. Then, before I realized it, I ran out of space on the walls and floor. I had to calculate all the possibilities in my mind. After that, my memory started to become fuzzy, and my cognition slowed down.
Oh, jeez.
She doesn't remember anything else, including the location of the ruin and how she finally managed to escape. When she was found in the outskirts of Sumeru a few years ago, she looked exactly the same as she did 100 years prior. However, she was in a stupor and struggled to form sentences. Only after a lengthy recovery period could she speak again. The academia speculates that she must have gotten trapped in an unknown ruin while researching machines a century ago. And because of the ruin's special properties that halted her aging, she was able to use those 100 years to crack the trapping mechanism and then escape. Though she had finally broken free, 100 years had passed. Everyone she knew and everyone who knew her was already gone. In the end, even the academia had to rely on century-old records in the Akasha to confirm her existence.
Jesus.
Don't make that face. I'm not telling you this because I want to drum up sympathy. She wouldn't want others to pity her because of past events. Rather, she sees that period of entrapment as an experimental error. As a researcher, she must accept everything that results from her experiments, even if they don't fall within expectations. Even after going through so much, she's returned to Sumeru and still hasn't given up on her research. Due to changes over the years and drift in academic subjects, she holds some rather strong opinions about the current academia, and she has no shortage of detractors herself. What I want to say is that no matter what era we're in, Farazan is a true senior researcher, in every sense of the word. She has her own deep understanding of various ruins and machines. If there's a chance, you should talk about them with her. It'll definitely be helpful for your journey.
I see.
Master, Madame Farazan's done.
Oh, let's head over. With any luck, she might have figured something out.
This hangout is so far the best one because it has Carpata and
I
Kali
never
in
thought
it,
that I'd
so.
encounter a restitution module once again after 100 years. Abatui really installed quite a few impressive things on this. If my guess is correct, this mechanical life form has displayed attempts at self-sustenance before, right? Such as collecting parts to repair itself, for instance?
It has collected parts before, yes.
It used them for something else, but as far as its design goes, it does have a function like that.
I knew it. If I'm not wrong, Karkata's issue lies with its
I'm
restitution
getting
module.
sad just remembering it.
Abatui's modified this module extensively, but the core parts and design philosophy are very similar to the principles as I know them. They are all based on principles learned from the ruins.
From the ruins?
The creators of the ruins machine once tried to create a perpetual mechanism that could replace life or even surpass it. The restitution module is the result of one of their countless attempts. It replicates the behavior of living things to achieve a self-repair function. However, the energy required in maintenance of the module became an issue. Energy consumption? Maintenance? For example, a living thing's heart can deliver nutrients and blood to various organs. However, the bigger the living thing, the more powerful the heart needs to be. Once the heart is damaged, it'll be hard for that living thing to heal itself, and even the function of other organs can be affected. Thus, the attempt wasn't widely adopted. Even 100 years ago, I'd only seen it once before. Oh dear, this is going to be a problem.
Why is that?
Based on my current research, I'll need to swap out the damaged parts in the restitution module to repair Karkata. But like I just said, the module is rare, even by the standards of ancient machines. Not only that, but there is very little related research documentation available. Finding suitable parts would be like trying to find a single gear in the vast desert, to say nothing of the difficulty in making those parts from scratch. One can only wonder where Abatui found the original parts.
I might have an idea. Abatui was, for a time, quite passionate about excavating the Great Red Sand.
Fucking
This was
what?
when he had just gotten expelled from the academia.
Okay.
You mean to say he found a restitution module in the desert? Oh, that is indeed possible. But the desert's huge. How are we supposed to find the parts that Karkata needs? According to the Academia's records, no similar parts have been found in the Great Red Sand over the past 100 years. If we want to try our luck, we'll have to explore ruins that have never been explored before.
I do know that a Vahumana researcher formed an expedition team after the sandstorms and earthquakes subsided. They are now exploring areas of the desert that used to be difficult to access.
Should we ask them if they've made any new discoveries lately? The chances are slim, but it's at least more effective than running around like headless chickens.
Where's the archaeology team currently stationed? I don't know
His
how this
name is Raid.
results in
I
branches. It
think
might
he's
not.
stationed at the northeast part of the
We'll
hypostyle
just have
desert.
to
Let's go look for him once
fucking-
Karkata settles down.
words.
Oh, you and Kale should probably
Experiment,
stay.
that's the word.
Karkata's condition may be stable, but it would still be better if some of us stay to look after it. Besides, you still need to take care of the trouble that the Academia left for me.
Oh, LOL.
Trouble from the Academia? I thought you said that you pawned it off to someone else. Wait. Don't tell me.
I'll let Kale fill you in on the details. I look forward to seeing your work, Tainari.
Farazan said, "Your problem now. Bye-bye."
A fully automated irrigation system. That's quite the task.
Master, can I help with anything at all? I can go buy things, prepare pen and paper.
Oh, you know, I seem to remember that you have a lot of homework today.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I do.
Well, hurry up and finish it so you can sleep early, or Farazan will worry. That's the best thing you can do now to help.
Oh, okay.
He's so sad. Please. Kakata.
A fully
Anyway,
Master?
we accidentally entered the thing.
Huh?
Well, hurry up.
Oh, okay.
He's so sad. I love Karkata. Anyway, let's go to this silly little thing. It's also not BGO team, because that's not gonna synergize with Farazan at all. Literally no reason to be Geo team right now. To be honest, fucking Geo team's been basically useless this entire time. Oh wait, oh monkey noises. I need to go check something real quick, super quick, and then we're done, and then we go back to the thing. Lady.
There's a pleasant breeze.
And glorious sunshine. Yes, I know! Yeah, I need to buy these. Add into my gadgets. Boop. What is this? What is this? Help collect wood? What? Ah, they possess the ability to get the power of grass and trees. Those who held the boon of the elder tree were recognized by the forest as his friend. I didn't realize I had a wood gathering gadget. When did that happen? When did this come? Where did this come from? Where did it? Is it from doing R&R quest? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not pertinent to the to the thing I'm doing. Let's just continue. Let's just continue. We're gonna get sidetracked, and we can't afford that. There's a lot of people here. Of course they would stop me. They know I'm too powerful.
What is this?
Halt! Mr. Raid's permission is required to proceed any further.
Oh, we're not outsiders.
That still won't do. Mr. Raid
Yeah,
told
okay.
us to keep people away from the ruins so they don't damage the site.
Damage the site? I've excavated more ruins than you visited restaurants. Which batch of students is Raid from? I want to see him right now.
He isn't at the campsite now. You should all leave. Only he can give you permission to enter.
What a stubborn guy.
We can't just waste our time here like this.
You're right. Even if there is new information, we still have to wait for him to come back so we can ask him about it. So let's just see what we can find out from the people here. I'm going to give that Raid a good talking to when he gets back. Starting from who in the world mentored you?
Oh, she's funny. Ask the villagers for information. These guys. No, I scared it. Okay, well, it deserves to escape by that point, I suppose. Anyway, whatever. There'll be more. There'll be more desert
That
foxes to
machine
catch.
looks amazing. Could it be the legendary Ruin Wanderer? The location seems to fit too. Might that legend actually be true?
Okay. Weird. What over here?
The ruins. Don't know anything. We were only hired to deliver water and supplies to them. Forget excavation. They won't even let us get close to the camp where they're staying.
Here's the last one.
This area used to be ravaged by frequent sandstorms, but it's been calm lately for some reason. They say that this was done by a single traveler? But seriously, is such a thing even humanly possible?
Oh? Well?
Well, I found out everything I could. Is there anything that stands out to you?
I forgot what we were looking for. The machine is...
Ruin Wanderer. That's the first time I've heard that name. But that wreckage did seem a bit weird.
What's so weird about it?
It's a bit far away, and I can't really say for sure from this distance. Perhaps we should ask the villager from before about the legend first.
Huh? What are you guys doing back here?
I want to learn more about the legend of the Ruin Wanderer.
I wouldn't blame you for not knowing about it, youngsters. After all, it's a tale that's over a decade old. It's said that this monster, the Ruin Wanderer, traversed through various ruins for centuries. Many adventurers had claimed to see it while exploring. Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins. Then, about 10 years ago, we stopped hearing any news about it in Sumeru. No one has seen it since then, and the legend has since faded into memory. You youngsters probably don't know about the Ruin Wanderer nowadays, but it was famous for centuries.
I believe you.
Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Wait, back then?
Indulge my curiosity for a moment. Why do you think that wreckage is the Ruin Wanderer?
Well, I had also heard that secondhand from...
You heard that nonsense from the Eremites after they got drunk, right?
Who are you?
Madam Faruzan, it is a pleasure. I'm Raid, the one who organized this archaeological expedition.
He looks like a bitch.
I'd heard of you at the academia, but I didn't
He
expect
looks-
to run into you.
I don't know if
here.
it's because he's blonde, but he looks
It is
evil.
an honor.
He's got
And
he's
this
got
must
slick
be the
back,
famous
blonde
traveler, I
hair,
presume. What brings
and
the two
he's
of you
got a
here?
very unique voice.
Have you found
He's
any
gonna be
special
evil.
contraptions and relics in the ruins that you've been investigating?
I'm ashamed to say that we haven't found anything noteworthy, even though we've been investigating for a while now.
Really? That Ruin Wanderer isn't noteworthy to you?
I'm afraid those are mere rumors. Really, I sometimes wish that those people would put as much effort into their work as they do into gossiping.
You're right, sir. I'll get back to work
Called
now.
out.
The wise do not buy into rumors, so it is said. I believe that you too, Madame Farasan, do not put any stock into such baseless talk.
It is also said that real knowledge shall come from practice. I can help you research the excavated relics and see if I can find out anything new about them. You can take credit for any new discoveries. I believe this offer to be sufficiently attractive.
In truth, I could ask for nothing better than your help with our research. However, you two must be tired after a long journey. I'd feel bad if I set you to work immediately. It's getting late, and my subordinates and I are heading back to the camp to rest. Why don't you find a place to spend the night first? We can continue our discussion tomorrow. There are tents over there that the villagers occasionally use to rest. The condition is a bit simple, yes, but I hope you won't mind.
Since you need to rest as well, let's do just that.
Off we go. Go to the makeshift. You mean this one right here? Gameplay. We did it.
This is quite far away. Are they trying to prevent the villagers from eavesdropping on them? This suits us just fine, though. This way, they won't overhear our conversations either. Now, I have my suspicions about this archaeological expedition team and that machine wreckage. I only caught a quick glimpse, and it was from a distance. But based on the condition of the armor and joints, it didn't seem like something that had been lying around for centuries. At most, I'd estimate that it only stopped moving about a dozen years ago.
A dozen years ago?
Yes. The timing coincides with the spreading of the legend. Now, assuming that it really is the Ruin Wanderer, how do you suppose it was able to maintain a relatively good condition despite high-intensity operation over the course of several decades?
The restitution module.
That's right. Technically speaking,
I
the
understand what's
module
going
shouldn't
on.
be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before.
You've encountered others besides Karkata?
Well, this was over 100 years ago. It was a machine about the same size as Karkata, actually. It couldn't carry heavy objects or fight, and was only able to help me record some notes.
Just like
It also helped me
Karkata.
deliver letters home. I found it near the desert, which is why I wondered if there might be more restitution modules buried around here.
Is it no longer around?
Honestly, people in ancient times might have already solved the problem of providing enough power for all I know. I'll need to research this properly.
Why didn't you go and investigate earlier?
Had I confronted Raid right there and then, he would have said that he couldn't tell that the machine was special. Then he'd just hand it over to the Academia obediently, and he'd get away scot-free. If the wreckage were to be handed to the Academia, it'd be much tougher for us to do research on it or get spare parts for Karkata. Anyway, we should figure out what they're planning before making our next move. They insisted that we should stay the night, which means if they're trying to pull a fast one on us, they're likely to try tonight. We must be vigilant. Are those sounds coming from the excavation site? I knew they wouldn't be able to wait. They must be scared that we might discover something tomorrow. Not a single person guarding the campsite. This must be quite the manpower expenditure. I'll see if they left any clues behind at their camp. Keep watch and help me stall them if it comes to that, would you?
No problem.
All right. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, it's up here. Up.
Why isn't the tent
Gameplay.
here yet? We need to switch it out tonight.
It's still on the way. I'm afraid this is the first time we're delivering such a huge one.
You good-for-nothings are just a load of trouble, aren't you? We wouldn't have to deal with these interlopers if you had kept those lips of yours from flapping. Hurry up and hide our current tent and deliver the new one to me tonight, no matter what it takes.
Huh? Who's there?
It's me.
Ah,
I see you dancing
I'm
Alicia in
sorry.
the
I'm just a bit upset because my subordinates aren't doing their jobs properly. When did you get here?
What's this delivery I hear you're having trouble with?
Ah, it's nothing. Just a tent. We didn't pack up all our tents from the last campsite. Some of them, along with a few people, have been left there. Someone damaged our current tent, so I'm trying to get my subordinates to get one from that previous campsite delivered here.
And you're discussing that over here because...
The relics in the ruins are highly valuable, so I'm worried that treasure hoarders and bandits might try to steal them. Since the tent isn't here yet and I can't fall asleep, I came here to patrol.
There are people who'd steal relics?
Well, these things are
Like the
antiques
British.
after all. There will always be people interested in buying them. I hired so many people precisely because I was worried about that happening. Speaking of which, I'd like to ask, is the Academia really aware that you've traversed through the desert to come here in the middle of the night? Also, where's Farazan? Why isn't she with you?
She's sleeping.
I'm right here.
Oh, never mind.
Also, you forgot to address me as Madam.
Sorry, Madam Farazan.
He's
You
such
were
a...
all making so much noise that I couldn't sleep, which is why I got the Traveler to find out what was going on.
Look!
For some
You can
reason,
see it
that
leeches in
one
the background.
task
Look
took
at them.
forever. So
They're
I came to check
vibing.
in on the situation.
Dancing.
I'm very sorry for
Oh,
disturbing
it's really
your rest.
funny when that
I'll tell
happens.
my subordinates to be quieter on patrol.
Good. Come on, Traveler. Let's head back.
We're heading back already?
Yes, we came to check out the situation, didn't we? Well, we've already done that. We should get better rest so that we'll have energy to investigate tomorrow.
Was I mistaken? They should probably keep a good team attached to the team. Just in case.
Thanks for dealing with them. Now, I found something good on my end. These are the excavation records from their campsite. According to them, the ruins have been raided before, with numerous traps and contraptions having already been triggered. I also observed the wreckage up close earlier. The weathering is nowhere near as extensive as on the relics that have been buried for over 100 years. There's no doubt that the wreckage in the ruins don't belong to the same era. Instead, it must have wandered into the ruins about a dozen years ago. It could have fallen into a trap or encountered a glitch within the ruins, remaining stationary like that until it was discovered recently. However, I still don't know why they'd want to hide it. I have no doubt that the researcher could definitely reach the same conclusion I did. The last few pages of the excavation records are written in code, which I still need time to decipher. The answer may lie within those pages.
You can decipher coded messages?
It's just wordplay. And if anything, that's my wheelhouse.
Yeah, you spent 100 years doing it.
Just a bit more. Ah, I see now.
Help! Please help!
New friends.
Why are you running away? Come back! Protect me!
What's that sound? Is it? The Ruin Wanderer? Reactivated? That's impossible! Is this the work of some kind of hidden mechanism? Never mind. We have to focus on saving lives first. I'll cover them. You go stall the Ruin Wanderer.
She just watches it go.
It ignored the Traveler?
Why is it chasing after us?
That's so funny.
What caused it to react?
That's so funny.
To give chase?
Darn it! Hey, Come on, you lot! It's clear that we can't escape, so let's just attack it!
Oh, oh. Ooh.
It stopped?
Hey, you guys, get up there and tell me what's going on.
But what if it suddenly moves?
You
Babies.
You good-for-nothings! Why is everyone I hired so useless? Move! I'll do it myself. Looks like this thing's parts can't handle the load of functioning anymore after years of disrepair.
Hello, I'm
When it
currently in a
first
call. But
reactivated, I
I'll
was
be
wondering
gladly.
if it'd be as amazing as
The
the
construction
legends had pegged it to
has
be.
not ceased,
I didn't
DJ.
expect it to be so much
It's
weaker
actually
than
still
it looks.
ongoing, and I
How
occasionally mute
disappointing.
myself to hide it from you, which is why
Disappointing, you
sometimes
say?
you'll see my
Now, is
PNG
that
tuber light
because
up
you won't
without
be
me
able
talking.
to sell it for much?
It's still going on, but we saw someone super
Farson,
important
you
in this
may be
hangout
my
event, so I
senior
had
as
to
an
show you
academia
guys.
researcher,
Thank you
but
so much
that
for the
doesn't
lurk,
mean
though.
you
I
get
hope your
to
call goes
slander
well.
me.
You wrote these excavation records, did you not? Or perhaps calling it a ledger might jog your memory a bit better.
I don't recognize that thing.
Ahem. January 3rd, excavated 5 tents. January 5th, 3 tents sold. January 10th, 1 special tent pre-sold. It must quickly be switched out with an old tent.
So, tent is your code name for relics.
You're supposed to be an archaeological expedition team, and yet here you are, secretly selling the relics and profiting from it. When
You're
you
right, the
believed
game
that you had
doesn't have
found
a
the wreckage
Leon
of
in
the
it, but it
Ruben
has a
Wanderer,
robot
you
crab.
tried to
He's our
switch
best
in
friend.
wreckage that you had excavated previously to pull the wool over the academia's eyes. After all, there would probably be many wealthy buyers interested in purchasing the legendary Ruin Wanderer in the black market, yes? And then we arrived just before you could finish your work. That forced you to speed up your plan, and you tried to complete the switch overnight before I could
Listen,
investigate
DJ,
the
you
wreckage.
take what you can get,
In your
okay?
haste, however, you
Crab
accidentally
friends.
activated the Ruin Wanderer
Loading.
instead. Did I get
Loading
that all right?
abomination. It be like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You lack the curiosity befitting a man of knowledge, nor do you have respect for mechanical life forms. You're not fit to be a researcher.
Ridiculous. Curiosity? Respect? I'm not here to hear you preach. Hey, we're leaving.
Mr. Raid!
Behind you?
This is so funny.
Ah! Ah!
Why is it
Why is it
actually
moving
funny?
again? Run!
Oh, it's that. Tarzan, watch out!
Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins.
Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before. Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Why is it chasing after us?
So you've been looking for me this whole time?
It's her best friend. No. Why is everything so sad?
Long time no see to Mimi.
Where? Oh, hold on. Yellow oft corrected note. I told you not to. Now look, so many people worried, even to me. The messy scribbling has been repeatedly cancelled and edited, leaving barely legible phrases and a single neat message at the back. Hurry up and come home for a meal. Your mom always makes an extra portion of food, you know. Neatly penned note. Oh, for a moment I was wondering what those sounds are. Construction! Sorry. Dear Madame Farazan, the notes and manuscripts we found on Tamimi have been transcribed and organized, and every one of them has been marked with your name. I hope that even after 100 years, future generations of students will still remember your name, Madame Farzan. It's fine, really. I feel a little awkward about it, but I appreciate the. I appreciate it. Tamimi's remodeling is going smoothly. As it is now, it can learn how to deal with various dangerous situations in the ruins on its own. I wish you could see it with your own eyes. As I worked, I kept thinking that you'd do a better job at this than I could. After all, you're the most exceptional student I've ever met. Very awkward when I get interrupted by, construction noises. Anyway, we got an achievement. It's very easy to miss that. Read all the letters sent to Farzan. Anyway, back to the story.
Dear Farazan, I hope you're doing well.
Is this the thing that we just... Okay, anyway.
It has been over 20 years since you went missing. People from the academia keep telling us to give up and that you're most likely dead. But somehow, I feel like you're still alive. Yes, that you live still in some corner of this world. You've always been persistent, able to shine no matter what situation you face. I believe that this persistence serves you well in surviving and finding your way home. Unfortunately, I likely won't be able to welcome you home when you do. I don't have much time left, and my reflexes have slowed. Others keep telling me to stop exploring ruins. Only Tamimi is still the same as before, always running off to places which you've been to. Your teacher and friends came up with an idea to remodel Tamimi so it can search for you in our place. You didn't like coming home back then and would always get Tamimi to send a letter back. Now we're leaving a letter with Tamimi. I wonder if it'll ever be delivered to you. I don't know the answer to that question, but if you ever read this letter, I hope it'll be when you've already found your way home. I regret not being able to say this to you myself, but I'll still feel sincerely happy for you, my dear daughter.
Welcome home, Farzan.
Hey,
Look at you, Tamimi.
That was sad.
You've changed so much after all these years. Thank you for waiting for me all this time. I've safely received the letters. Your work is done now. You can sleep.
That's...
Tamimi, the mechanical life form I encountered back then. When I would go on expeditions, it would follow me, take notes for me, and send my letters home. When I met with that accident, it was on the way to deliver a letter for me. I once thought that I'd never get to see it again. I didn't expect my teacher and others to remodel its self-repair function, upgrading it to self-learning. And so, in order to plumb the depths of unknown ruins and overcome dangerous traps, it repaired and modified itself using parts it found along the way. 1 decade of wandering became many, and soon, Tamimi, which used to be
Is this the
invisible,
Krusty
even
Krab?
moving heavy objects,
Amelia!
became the
8008.
wanderer.
Or Amelia,
So it could
Ooh,
deliver
if you're
these
on a
last letters
calculator.
from them to me.
Glad you're here! Even though they all passed on, they still prayed for your safe return.
The strain to support such a huge body must have turned out to be too much for your heart, right?
Tamimi?
Even after the remodeling, its restitution module still can't function perfectly in perpetuity. It has been pushing itself beyond its limits over the past few decades. Just like a living being, mechanical life forms have a limited lifespan. It probably became trapped in the ruins all those years ago because its shelf life had run out. It most likely only reactivated because it detected my presence. And then it mustered up everything it had to deliver that last letter. Now, it can finally rest in peace. Tainari told you what happened to me, right?
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's not like this incident is a secret in the academia. Besides, I've always treated it as a failed experiment. As a researcher, I must accept this result. However, finding out that so many people were affected by my failure does make me feel somewhat conflicted. Can you head back to Pardis first? We've been here for a while, and it's best not to make Kale and the rest worry. As for me, I want to stay with Tamimi for a bit longer. Just a bit.
Of course. Farazan's head hangs low in silence. The desert breathes gales of wind, and the only sound that can be heard in the scattering is the scattering rise of spreading grains. Poor girl. Let's go collect some nuts before we head out. A little bit of a disruption in the pace, but I do need nuts. Hup. So many Sumeru recipes require these things. Off we go. Whoop! Fucking fell. No! Kazuo time. No! Hold on, hold on, hold on. You're mine. Nice.
The wind knows me.
Okay, now we're going back to party CI. DI. It's really sad. God. Why is everyone in Sumeru so fucking sad all the time? It's the price of being smart. That's why I prefer to be ignorant. No one quote me on that. Karkata.
You're back!
Ah, how was your journey through the desert? Wait, where's Madame Farazan?
Oh no. Yeah, let's just tell the truth. There's no reason to hide it. You tell everyone what happened in the desert.
Oh no. She finally got to reunite with an old friend from 100 years ago. But
As a researcher, she could perhaps accept it. However, as a friend, student, and a daughter, we should give her some time. Let's just wait for her here. And in the future, I hope that we can be here to support her as her new friends.
Wait until one day later. Mary's. Let's go steal some stuff around Party's DI. I know Mari specifically says you shouldn't. It might be someone's research. I say, I don't respect nerds. Those are just butterflies. I mean, lightning bugs. Hup. I need these for my pudding.
Time to go.
You don't understand.
consider the possibility that there's something wrong with your projections?
Nerds. There's nothing in here. Ah, there's more. I found them. They can't hide. I remember this. He had parties here. Parties. Might not be the right word for it. Yoink. Wait, hold on. No, you can't grow these, so it's fine. I should have had my seed dispensary on, but you can't really... You can't get seeds from them, so... Who cares? Well, we went around Party CI. So let's just wait. We'll lose this time. Wait until one day later. Tomorrow. I remember when we had to wait for 4 days, but the clock only waits for 2 days, and it had that stupid really slow clock spinning time thing. Ugh.
Time to go.
It was annoying.
I'm back. What? Is there to be no welcoming party?
We've all been waiting for you, Madame Farazan.
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back
Okay.
from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Karkata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape.
Oh.
Huh? Why do you all look so solemn? Come now. Liveliness befits youngsters more. Madame Farazan, did these parts come from... Come now. I thought that you must have encountered some major problem. This isn't something you have to worry about. Well, it looks like you already know everything, but no need to feel bad. Like I said before, as researchers, we must learn to accept our failures. Tamimi had been operating beyond capacity for a century, and I'm unable to repair it with my current abilities. Not even with these parts. It would thus be much better to use them to extend Karkata's lifespan. As a senior, it is only right that I do something for the people who come after me. That holds true for both researchers and machines. Besides, I didn't say that I would be giving you these parts for free. They will only be used for Karkata temporarily. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to help me with my research. I'll be sure to revive Tamimi once I've fully deciphered and replicated the creations of the ancient civilization.
All right. I'll do my best to help.
Me too. Although, I'm not sure if I'll be much help.
I'll help too.
Thank you. If they could remodel Tamimi successfully even back then, there's no reason why we won't be able to do even better.
True, true.
And when that day comes, I'll be sure to say, welcome home, Tamimi.
Oh. Where? New friends, a new life, and new beginnings. Review invitation. What is that? What does that? Oh, oh, so you can get in here earlier. Time to decide. Okay, so I imagine the branch is where we decide to tell them about Karkata or not. Or Tamimi.
You're back!
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Keep Tamimi a secret. You tell everyone the partial truth.
So, Madame Farazan has some other things to settle. All right. And to think that Raid was doing all those things on the sly. It's good that you all got out of that situation in one piece.
Madame Farazan will be able to repair Karkata when she gets back, won't she?
Currently, only Farazan and I know about Tamimi. Oh, Paimon. I should let Farazan decide whether to tell the others about Tamimi. Yeah, that probably would have been a safer thing. Wait until one day later. This time we'll just wait. Nyum. Whew. Thank you.
I'm back! What? Is there to be no welcoming party? Madame Farazan, we're over here! That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Karkata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape.
So this is a relic of an ancient civilization. Unbelievable. Thankfully, it didn't end up in Raid's unscrupulous hands.
Unscrupulous, huh? Sounds Sounds like you already told them what happened.
I told them about Raid.
Is that so? Thank you. We will talk about everything else later. It's nothing. I've already given all the evidence we have
Carcotta's
against Raid
like,
to the
"Ayo."
Academia. They're going to be very busy. Too busy to bother us, I'd wager. I'll start repairing Carcotta then. Kale, can you help me out? Of course!
After some repairs, Carcotta springs back to life. Look, our best friend. Oh, he's so
It looks
cute.
fine, but even so, it needs to properly rest up.
Love it, love it, our best friend. There's a reason we came here. What's up?
Ah, you're here. Thank you for keeping Tamimi a secret.
You don't plan on telling them?
If I tell them about Tamimi, will they still feel happy for Carcotta? Even if we could convince them to accept the components, they'll probably still feel bad about it. I don't want my past to affect people in the present. That applies to both me and other people.
Maybe you'll feel better if you share it with the rest.
It's fine. I'm used to this. I once believed that I'd never hear from my old friends and family ever again. Even their faces are getting hazier in my memories. However, I could remember them clearly again after reading the letter Tamimi handed to me and learning that they'd never given up on me. That's more than enough. I'd be disappointing them if I let myself fall into a slump because of this. Neither my teacher nor my mother would have wanted to see me like that. Besides, you're lending a listening ear to me now, aren't you? Oh, Pardeus DI looks pretty scenic at night. Will you take a stroll with me?
It would be my pleasure.
Once Carcotta's condition stabilizes, I'll find a chance to tell Tainari and Kale about all that. But for now, just help me keep this secret.
You got it.
Thank you. Whether it's 100 years ago or now, I have people who worry about me. I suppose I should consider myself quite fortunate. The only time when I felt otherwise was when I had just returned to Sumeru. No one came to check up on me then.
Welcome home, Farzan.
Yeah, I'm home.
Where once she was adrift on the sea of time, she had found her home shore once again. Aw, she's so cute. She's cute. I love her. We love Farzan. Got 2 more branches up here. 3 more endings. Let's go talk to Kale over at Sumeru City. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I remember.
What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Pardeus DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharville for several days now. I feel for Madame Farzan, but I still want to ask her to come with us. But if I get her in trouble with the Academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do? Oh, this is such a headache.
Let's help her resolve her current problem first.
Yeah, that would be the best for them both. I'll check with Master later and see if there's anything I can help him with. But I'm sure he'll say, the best thing you can do now is study hard, so I don't have to give you remedial lessons.
I can stay and help Farzan.
Huh? Oh yes! This way she can get her problem sorted out quickly, and then she can go see Master. So if I also stay and help... that still sounds kinda scary.
You don't have to force yourself.
Okay then. I'm counting on you. I have to teach students from Haravatat or owe Kasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
I think I can sympathize with them.
We're back, Madame Farazan. The Traveler said that she can stay and help you. Oh, why I couldn't ask for more. In fact, I'm rather curious about the type of person the Traveler is. You were the one who taught Azar a lesson after all. That said, will I be troubling you?
I specialize in solving problems.
Is that so? Good. It does so happen that I do have something I need help with. Now, should I apply to teach a course with Haravatat, or join the collaborative project that Kosharawar is proposing? Honestly, I don't want to choose either of them.
Let's hear about this Kasharawar collaborative project is about.
I don't know if Tainari's told you about this before, but while my research involves learning about ruins and the mechanisms within them, I don't belong to Kasharawar, which specializes in researching mechanisms, nor am I in Spontamod, which specializes in researching energy flow. Instead, I'm part of Haravatat, which specializes in languages and scripts.
He only said that you're a senior, you're a very senior researcher in the field of mechanisms.
She has been invited to Kasharawar multiple times to continue her research, but she's rejected them each time.
Just listen to how they introduce themselves. In the future, Kasharawar will be the only Darshan with the ability to research mechanisms. There's no such thing as exclusivity in knowledge. Besides, the current Kasharawar is more concerned about how mechanisms can be used in everyday life, while my research involves textual analysis of ruins. If they're trying to use the collaborative project as an excuse to have me reconsider again...
No, that's not it. The request this time is from Akara Crafts. The representative of Kasharawar recommended you to them, Madame Farazan. In truth, she told me that it's because she respects you a lot.
Oh, respect? Oh my.
Suddenly,
putting
Farazan
aside
is
my
listening.
ideological differences with Kasharawar, I suppose I must acknowledge this attitude of theirs. At the very least, they're bounds above those decrepit Haravatat fools.
It wouldn't hurt to hear them out.
Yeah, Akara Crafts is a pretty nice shop. Since both of you feel as such, I shall first hear this proposal.
In summary, Akara Crafts wants to design a series of early learning toys that will cultivate curiosity and learning in children.
Early learning toys. Interesting.
Oh, when I get out of this,
Academia
I need to see if I have. I think I have
toys can
Farazan.
help children
She's got a
become
funny little
excellent
birthday
researchers in
quote.
the future.
True.
Reminded
The
me of
current
this.
academia
This
is in
reminded
need
me
of
of
some
that.
new blood. If the children start learning now, perhaps I can find some talented students in a few years. Madame Farazan, you still haven't found any students?
Anise, Kasharawar's representative, should be staying in the inn at Port Ormos. If you want more details, you can find her there.
Port Ormos? Now there's a place I haven't been to in a long time. I wonder how much it's changed. I probably can't join you since Port Ormos is a little far from here. I should probably go back and report to Master, and then review today's homework. No worries. Go do your homework, Kale. Once I'm done with everything here, I'll head over to Pardistii.
I'll take you there.
Thank you. Why, I'd even call this a rare chance for a curious researcher like myself to observe the legendary traveler up close.
Hold on, let's see if I have her. I think I do. There she is. Let's go to the profile. Story. Not the story. Voiceover. Course. Birthday.
Happy birthday! Here's a small toy for you. It's an assembly of a number of miniature puzzle mechanisms. You can find a button and lever here, as well as a roller to the side. Just play with it however you want, and I'll take care of it if it breaks. And don't think I'm treating you like a child. Everyone, regardless of age, could use a moment of happiness and relaxation.
She makes us a fidget toy. Oh, it's so cute. Like, genuinely. Let's head over to Port Ormos. See what we can do. Yep. There we go.
Madame Farazan! Oh, it's really you. Did you change your mind?
All right, calm down. Let me be clear. I'm still not all that interested in Kasharawar. I'm just here to see how the project is going. After all, you're here as representatives of the academia in this collaboration. The reputation of all research is at stake here, so I will not simply stand by should mistakes get made.
Either way, it's good that you were willing to come. Now, we've given Akara Crafts many ideas over the past couple of days. However, their owner thinks that our designs are too complicated, which will drive production costs too far up.
That's expected. Students who have never had to deal with budgetary constraints probably don't understand how important it is to keep costs low. How enviable. Oh,
By any chance, has it been very difficult for you to get funding for your research?
If you join the Kasharawar, your budget will be as big as you want it to be. I guarantee it.
That's enough.
I
will not repeat myself. Take me to Akara Crafts owner first, if you please.
All right. He's usually at the slope up ahead.
I remember when we were doing
to
the
test out his toys.
Sumeru
Let's just head
story,
over.
and we were doing the Sumeru story, and Alhaitham became appointed the temporary head of the place. And he and Kave had just had a fight, as they usually do. And so we talked to Alhaitham afterwards when we were supposed to leave, and he's like, I think I'm gonna go refuse funding for Kasharawar's next project. And that was it. That was the conversation. Maybe it's different now because Alhaitham's not there. But I do think that, of the ones that struggle, of the Darshans that would struggle to get funding, it'd probably be the one Farazan is. I don't remember the name. The language and scripts thing, because there's like a whole forbidden,
the one I recommended is here.
rule in
So you're
the academia
Madame
about
Farazan?
like
Yes,
researching the meaning, the origin of words or whatever.
We haven't been able to make
I don't
any
know.
progress on our collaboration recently.
I'm not part of that
We've
nerd
made
group.
many suggestions, but Miss Anis thought that those ideas were too simple and wouldn't be effective in training the mind.
These early learning toys are meant to help the academia train future researchers, after all. If they're too simple, then how are they any different from regular toys?
But if they're too complicated, not only will they be expensive to produce considering our production capabilities, but they won't have much broad appeal to Sumeru's children either.
So the design can't be too complicated, but it can't be too easy to play with either.
Make them a fidget toy.
I remember that in your notes. Many contraptions have managed to fulfill complex functions despite using simple parts. Maybe we can do something similar with these early learning toys.
The contraptions in my notes. I didn't create those. I simply took the contraptions in the ruins apart and analyzed them. But now that you mention it, the ruins did have things like that. Do you have a pen, paper, and scissors? I'll make a paper prototype.
You have an idea already? I suppose I should have expected as much of a respected academia senior researcher.
Yes,
we
yes.
do have them. Yes,
Put
please,
respect
help
on
yourself.
Faruzan's name. Madame Faruzan's name.
Oh, you're done already?
Huh. Wait, I know that this is just this is just like the toy in the office before you get your flu shot. You know, with things.
Let me explain. These 3 thick lines represent 3 poles. These paper strips of varying lengths represent rings of different sizes.
It literally
They can be
is.
slotted onto the poles and stacked up like a tower.
Well, that is easier to make than I expected. So, how is this game played?
That's very simple as well. You just need to shift the tower from this pole to another pole.
Isn't this a little too simple? Even by the standards of an early learning toy, I mean.
Of course, when moving each ring, the paper strips in this case, you must follow one rule. You can only move one ring at a time, and you can't place a bigger ring on top of a smaller one. It's like building a tower. The rings in the 3 poles must be stacked from big to small. I named this toy Pagoda Stack.
That's how you're supposed to play with that. I see.
That sounds way too simple. Even I feel like it's missing something.
Give it a try and you'll find out if it's simple or not. I heard from our niece that you find volunteers to try out the toys, right? Why don't we do the same for this game?
It's such a simple toy. There's no need to...
Mandu, let's just do as she says.
Okay, then.
And that's how you play this game. You can all give it a try. Let's see who's able to move the tower to another pole in the smallest number of steps.
You called everyone here for such a simple toy?
Everyone's like, this game
It doesn't look
sucks.
like it'll take that many steps.
Come on, we all promised to help Mr. Mandu
All the
test out
kids
the new
look these.
toys. He said he'd give us new Genius Invocation TCG cards.
So they were lured in by the promise of a different toy.
Ugh, fine. Let's get this over and done with so we can head back and play cards.
Like the last 2 kids had the exact same bangs.
Done. It took
So I was
me
like,
19
ooh.
steps.
Huh? It took me over 20 steps.
Also, they did not have the same bangs. Why did I think that? I
only
think they
needed
just had the same head
18
shape.
steps.
Not bad. Looks like you're all familiar with the rules now. Then let's increase the difficulty. The next tower will be 5 layers tall. Now then, give it a shot.
The exact same one? Yeah.
Wait, there's more?
Well, since we're already here, why don't we just give it a try?
An extra layer shouldn't make it that much harder, right?
What's going on? I've already moved over 30 steps, but I'm still not done yet.
I'm almost done. Looks like I'm the faster one this time.
Get him, Alia.
Done. It took me 35 steps. What? How?
This pagoda stack toy is pretty fun to play with.
Good. We'll try it one final time. This time we'll add 2 more layers, making 7 layers in total.
That's... Ugh.
Mamdu, we've still got quite a few paper strips here. Why don't you give this a go as well?
Do you need that many steps for something this simple? Let me try.
Madam Faruzan, allow me to try it as well.
Ooh, now you want to try, huh?
You were looking at it quite seriously just now. Are you starting to understand the principles involved?
I think so.
If you want to test out your hypothesis, you'll just have to play and find out.
Got it.
I would play with that toy.
Ah, we don't have enough paper strips left for you, Traveler. However, by the looks of things, you seem to have the game figured out.
Just about.
Why don't you guess what the lowest number of steps needed to solve a 7-layer pagoda stack is?
108.
What a shame. You were close. However, you did well for someone seeing pagoda stack for the first time. Let's see how well they do then.
I have no fucking clue.
If I move this small ring, then the big one won't be able to go on top of it. Oh, this is going to take more steps than I expected.
I've lost count of how many steps I've taken. Can I restart?
This got a lot harder.
I solved it! Madam Faruzan, it takes 127 steps in total.
That many? But there are only 7 layers.
For every extra layer in the pagoda stack, the move order you need to consider becomes much more complex, and the number of steps required will at least double.
More accurately, it will require double the steps, plus 1 each time. You did well. You didn't underestimate the principles behind it just because it's an early learning toy. The complexity of any given contraption isn't determined by the number of parts it has. The way the parts interact and the rules behind how it operates are important too.
Oh, I see. No wonder you emphasized in your notes that no contraption should ever be underestimated.
I see. so even a simple toy can become complex with the right set of rules.
That's right. The rules used for Pagoda Stack are the simplest kind when it comes to ancient contraption-making techniques. I could spend some time picking out all those machines that do something similar and write you a reference book. Once that happens, you can give the volunteers the reference book and paper prototypes and find out which toy is the most popular. Do you have any other toys?
Yeah, when can we play with them?
In about 2 days or so, I think. Anise, if you're free, can you help me with the illustrations for the reference book?
Of course. I'd be honored.
2 days should be enough for us to find more volunteers. Then we can organize a huge conference here, at which we can announce which toy we'll be making.
Should I come back in 2 days then?
You'd be most welcome. We need more people to get a healthy range of opinions. The more, the merrier.
Thank you for coming here with me today. I'll walk back with you.
Leave portals. Oh, down below.
I'll be going then. Say hi to Tainari and Kale for me if you can. Once everything here is settled, I'll make my way over to Pardis DI as quickly as I can.
So, about Kasharawar.
You want to ask why I'm unwilling to join them, yes? Putting aside the fact that they're too full of themselves, I actually have no issue with their research methodologies and approach. After all, knowledge is either right or wrong. Superiority and inferiority do not come into the conversation. All researchers are just doing their best to shed light on the unknown in their respective fields of expertise. No matter what corner of the unknown they shed light on, it's a step forward for us all.
Then why do you refuse to join them?
Because I believe wholeheartedly in that principle. Even if the others call my research useless, as long as the knowledge I gain from it is accurate, it could become useful in the future. In the end, useful and useless are concepts that shouldn't be used to evaluate knowledge. When I first started deciphering ancient documents, I didn't think about how it'd be useful to Kasharawar. That's why there's no need for me to join them to do useful research. I'd rather stay in Haravatat. It's much more convenient for me to access the materials I need for my research here. Still, the funding that Kasharawar has offered me is so hard to get in Haravatat. Perhaps if this collaborative project goes smoothly, I can even ignore Haravatat and ask for a higher budget directly from the academia.
About the collaborative project, do you have any ideas?
Oh, I could come up with lots of ideas. With Anise's help, 2 days will be enough for our work. However, I'm still undecided as to the style of the reference book's text and illustrations.
Try to keep it simple and fun?
You're right. If no one understands the reference book, it doesn't matter how detailed it is. It's better to make it simpler and fun so that children will be interested in the subject. It'll also make it easier for me to recruit students in the long run. Thank you. I'll take your opinion into account. See you in 2 days.
Perfect. Let's wait until 2 days. Meh. And now we have the longest fucking time skip in existence. That was only a day! Ah! I'm impatient. I don't like waiting. Alright, well, let's go. There's the conference right up there. Running around at the speed of sound. The conference with 4 people.
You're here. We're just starting to set up the venue.
That's because it hasn't started
We've
yet.
called up everyone we possibly could have. This is going to be quite the event.
My masterpiece is going to be exhibited after all. Let's see what the academia shall say about it this time. And if we activate this little mechanism just like that, a Sumeru rose will appear at the top of the cane.
Oh, I see.
I thought it came out of thin air! It's amazing!
If the mechanism was bigger, you could make a rabbit appear, right?
Then you can't use a cane. Could you switch it out with a hat or
They're
something?
they're
Income, but you
creating
learn creatively.
magicians.
Not bad. Let's look at the next page. If you fold an origami bird like this, it'll fly further and more stably.
Whoa. You can make a mechanism using just a piece of paper?
The principles at play are even more important than the parts that make up a mechanism.
These are pretty cool. I'm tempted to try them out.
I'm not that interested in toys, but if they'll be beneficial for children's development.
Everyone, we have paper prototypes and craft materials that you can use to make your own toys. Come try them out.
This is such a well-prepared event. I'll give it a go.
But we want to play too!
It's fine. We have a lot of paper prototypes and craft materials. All feedback is also welcomed.
This is a workshop.
Oh, my origami bird flew further this time.
Professor Farazan, how can I make mine fly further?
Ahem. Just madam will do. Maybe in the future, you may indeed get the chance to call me Professor. You may wish to pay attention to these few details. Here, for example. All right, try it again.
Wow, it really did fly farther!
Madam Farazan, will we learn origami at the Academia?
I don't know about that.
Of course you will.
Oh,
If you
okay.
become a researcher, you can explore any field you like to your heart's content. In the future, if you want, you can even become one of my students. But Mom and Dad said that there are 6 Darshans in the Academia. Wait, was it 7? Which Darshan teaches about mechanisms in origami? Well, in this case, it wouldn't be Haravatat.
I know. We need to choose Kasharawar. I want to attend Kasharawar in the future and fold even better origami birds.
Imagine you go to college and you just learn origami there. That'd be fun.
Actually, the other Darshans do have their own specialties too. For example, Haravatat specializes in... Pay attention, children. Children?
Looks like these early learning toys are a success. However, it looks like recruiting students might be an issue.
How did this happen? What if we end up in a Darshan we don't like? Does that mean that we won't get to learn about the things we do like? No, that won't happen. Take me, for example. I'm a researcher from Haravatat, but I research mechanisms. See? The only person able to restrict your curiosity as a researcher is you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not really.
Nah.
Huh. It's all right. You still have a long road ahead of you. Now, do you want to learn about some other machines? Let me tell you a story about pressure-based mechanisms and elemental monuments.
Aw, she's reading to children! So long as the pursuit of knowledge brings you joy, I'm fine with it. But once you consider, Haravatat's classes are very interesting too. Very good for her. Look at that. Continue playing.
This scenery is wonderful.
Now we gotta leave again.
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
I'll be going then. Say hi to Tainari and Kale for me if you can. Once a niece.
I think so.
We
It's gonna
haven't had
happen
much time
when
to
we
get to know
talk
each
about
other.
the
But she seems like a good. She's able to calmly
the,
figure out the basic principles behind something
the
without
book, the
being
reference
influenced
book.
by others. I'll do my best to teach her over the next few days. Still, how much she learns will really depend on her.
Why don't you take her on as your student?
Well, her interest lies in the application of mechanisms. I do have some old knowledge to share, but if we think about the future, it's easier for her to learn the things she's interested in if she stays in Kasharawar. My research into mechanisms is, in a sense, a side effect of my research into ancient texts. If she becomes my student to learn how to make modern contraptions, it wouldn't benefit either of us in the long run.
I see. I hadn't considered that.
However, if she develops an interest in deciphering ancient texts over these next 2 days, that would change things. If I successfully poach a student, those young punks at Haravatat will have one less reason to cut my budget. Perhaps if this collaborative project goes smoothly, I can even ignore Haravatat and ask for a higher budget directly from the academia.
Do you have any ideas?
Oh, I could come up with lots of ideas. With Anissa's help, 2 days will be enough for our work. However, I'm still undecided as to the style of the reference book's text and illustrations.
Try to be as accurate and detailed as you can.
You're right. Explanations are a core part of early developments, too. By using detailed and accurate illustrations, we can impart knowledge more effectively. It would also make it easier for me to recruit students. Thank you. I'll take your opinion into account. See you in 2 days.
Alright. Gotta wait again. Again. Nyong. We're so fast. We're so speedy. I do need to explore Sumeru more. I got stuck on the Aranara one because I have to go to a place that's submerged. I don't know how to unsubmerge it. It's ridiculous.
Hardly.
The Kazuo's talking.
And I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Conference time.
Oh, you're here. We're just starting to set up the venue.
We've called up everyone we possibly could have. This is going to be quite the event.
My masterpiece is going to be exhibited after all. Let's see what the academia shall say about it this time. To sum up, the 24 forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms were used in various ruins. All right, let's go to the next page. Now, I'll explain the base layer design of elemental monuments.
I feel like I'm in class.
Are we done yet? Oh, I'm falling asleep.
I don't understand any of it at all.
Sleeping. That's how I spend classes.
Are these really toys?
They sound a bit too dangerous to buy for children.
Oh.
Random
We've
adventurers killed
prepared
God.
paper prototypes for everyone. If you're interested in the mechanisms Madame Farazan's talked about, you're more than welcome to try them out.
Oh, this is no fun. Can I try another toy?
I want to go home and play Genius Invocation TCG.
He's still sleeping.
Forget it. I don't think anyone would be interested.
I should go home and take care of my children.
LOL. The launch event ends on that note.
How did this happen? Forget about getting opinions from others. No one even wanted to stay and try them out.
I'm sorry. I think we miscalculated.
I must apologize to Callie. Hi, Callie. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Construction is still happening outside, so I occasionally mute myself. But other than that, it's been great. How are you, Callie? Please, how was your day?
Give me some time. I'll write another reference book.
Excuse me, but are you the one who wrote this reference book?
Yes. Who are you?
Ah, you're that man mountain who was in the crowd just now.
Do I stand out that much? Well, I guess I don't look like someone who'd have anything to do with toys. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kamal, the branch master
Slow
of
day at work,
Sumeru's
just got home. Well, at
Adventurers
least
Guild.
it was slow.
What's the branch master doing
Everyone's
here?
like, oh, if the
Were
day's
you looking
fast,
for
it goes
us,
by.
or
If the
did
day's
something
slow,
happen?
if the day's
I came to
busy, it
Port
goes by
Ormos to
faster.
visit
And I
some
think
old
that's so
friends.
wrong. I
On
think
the
it's
way
because of
over, I saw the book
because of my
you were
work
handing out,
that
so
I do.
came to take a look.
But busy
Can you
days
print
are
a few
never
more copies of
fast,
this
so
booklet
I
and
prefer
sell
slow
them to the
days.
Adventurers Guild? Also,
But you just got
could you
home. I
make
imagine you're
full-fledged
gonna be
models of those paper
taking it
prototypes
easy
and
for the
sell them
rest of
to
the
us
day.
as well?
What does the Adventurers Guild want with these toys?
You may see them as toys, but to adventurers who need to deal with all sorts of machines and contraptions within
Shins
ancient ruins,
impacted
this
for
booklet
free?
is
Yeah,
a true treasure.
for free.
We have many members who can't
Hello,
read,
Bart.
so
How has
books
your
are of
day
little
been?
use
Did
to them.
you?
What they know of handling mechanisms has
Yeah,
been
you
learned
would have
solely
just gotten
through word
off,
of
right?
mouth. Even
Yes,
if
gonna
the
be gaming for the
academia
first time
granted
forever.
public
That's
access
so
to all
good,
their
Callie. I'm
books,
so happy
there
for
are
you.
people who can't use them.
Callie, what games are you
and
gonna be
our booklet
playing?
is practically all pictures.
Oh, so Bart, how is work?
It is designed for children.
It might be
Slade,
a bit
hi,
too difficult for
Ghosty.
children,
Hi,
but
how's
it's
your
perfect for
day?
adventurers. Also,
Hope Overwatch.
those paper strips.
I watch
you call
Bumble
them
play
paper
Overwatch sometimes, but I don't really understand
If
it
you can make
myself.
wooden versions for demonstration purposes, even the most illiterate
Bart, have
person
you
would be able
considered
to
getting
follow along and
Febreze?
understand.
It
If
might
we
help
can
with the
supply
stink.
a model set for each branch, and if each adventurer carries a booklet with them, then ruin exploration will become much safer.
You really think so?
I have not been paying attention to this. I've been having a conversation with chat.
Knowledge
Much
will
more
always be
important.
needed, one way or another.
Making models of contraptions for the Adventurers Guild? To be honest, that sounds like a good avenue to explore to me.
Will there be an issue with the academia?
We'll probably have to send in a separate application, but it shouldn't be an issue. After all, this concerns safety during the exploration of ruins. It's a problem that the academia is actually trying to address as well.
I've been
Then
wanting
let's
to
cut the
grind
chase and
ranked.
discuss the details of our first
Ah,
order. The
see,
amount we're offering
if
to
it
pay
were
in
me, I
advance
would never play
is
ranked. That thing scares me.
this much.
Look, she's so happy. Oh, Farzan. All knowledge will find its use. Oh, she's so cute. Yeah, I would never play a ranked game ever anywhere. I think that's so scary. But I have anxiety. So I'm scared. I'm scared of ranked in any game. Yeah. Imagine. There he is. He's safe in his little nest. Callie, what kind of playstyle do you... You can't tell me who you main because I won't understand that, but... If you tell me how you play, that might help me. Imagine ranked Genshin. What would that even be? I don't... How would that go? Would it just be one person? Or would it be like teams of 4 going against teams of 4? I suppose there could be different modes, different battle modes if you wanted to do that. And to be honest, everyone does it in rotation. I don't know. I just wouldn't do that. I don't need to be here. Why am I here? I need to go here. Ooh. Let's go here. We got all of these. That means there's one hangout left. Which means we get to hang out with Kale again. Depending on the role, there's tank role. Oh.
What now? She
Tank.
seems so busy.
Hank the
Master
Tank
said there's no rush.
is my
but I
ideal
know that he's been busy
playstyle.
working on something at Party's DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharville for several days
I
now.
love brute forcing
feel
my
for
way
Madame
through
Farzan,
any situation.
But I still want to ask her to come with us. But if I get her in trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do? Oh, this is such a headache.
We'll just have to figure out which one. So, oh no, I know exactly which one it's gonna be.
Best for them both. I'll check with Master later and see if there's anything I can help him with.
I rarely
But
play
I'm
support.
Sure he'll say, the best
To
thing
be
you
honest.
can do now is huh? Oh yes. So
I
if
don't
also
wanna. I
stay
don't
at
wanna
home-
support. I want to.
Okay then.
I want to do damage. Do damage and have damage done to me.
I have to teach students from Haravatat.
We're back, Madame Farzan.
Marek,
The traveler
I need
said
to
that
get to the
you-
proper talking
Why, I
bench.
couldn't ask for more. Is that so? Good.
It does so happen that I do have something I need help with. Now, should I apply to teach a course with Haravatat, or join the collaborative project that
Tell me more about the Haravatat course.
You
I'm a
might have heard
support
of it
main, but my
before.
duo is a support main, so I
Haravatat is
play
an
tank.
academic
I
faction
see.
that
Sometimes you
researches
gotta take
languages
that
and
bullet
runes.
for your friend, you know?
100 years ago, Madame
I
Farazan
understand
was a researcher
entirely.
from that darshan.
Now, not was.
I guess.
Yes, of course. But current Haravatat students can't...
So now I'm a tank main, I guess.
Understand her direction of research. So even if she opened a course, chances are that no one would attend.
Direction of research?
In summary, I mean to interpret the configurations and solutions of ruin mechanisms via the deciphering of on-site stone carvings and unearthed documents. It'll include research into general documents dealing with such ancient machines.
The research method is supported by Haravatat, yes, but the content deals heavily with both ruins and mechanisms. This will make it difficult for students of this darshan because they don't understand much about mechanisms. Also, there are fewer and fewer unexplored ruins
I see
left
Callie,
nowadays,
so she's got...
and Ksharawar
You've got
researchers have been
a
developing their own
competition to
theories on
deal with.
mechanisms.
It's
As
time
such,
to go
they
into
don't
your
need to
training
rely on
arc.
ancient documents.
So the subject is what you might call a sunset industry.
They're far too complacent. Ancient mechanisms are more dangerous and complex than one might imagine. I'm telling you, things weren't like this 100 years ago. All researchers back then were interested in exploring knowledge from a variety of topics. They also gave more respect to unknown mechanisms. Nowadays, all people are interested in are mainstream subjects in popular research. Even if they attended my course, I wouldn't be interested in teaching them. Also, the people here think that my research is outdated and unrealistic, so they keep
Catch
cutting
the
my
smoke
funding.
any day, oh yeah?
Why, I think they could all stand to learn from Kale. She's a hard-working child and respects her elders. Huh? Why me? If only those who came to my lectures were more like you. Speaking of which, are you feeling better? You don't have to confine yourself to Gandharvaville anymore, right?
Just don't tell her I said that. Alright, your secret's safe with me, I
lot of
promise.
studying to do. I need to head back and find Master.
Wait, I have an idea.
Hmm?
Kale needs to learn how to read, and you need to teach a course.
Are you telling me to start a reading course for Kale?
Huh? Wait. Although Tainari has academic dealings with the academia, he isn't considered part of it. This means that Kale isn't technically a student.
Does she have a hold in... Does she have to hold this class in the academia?
No, she's right. The old academia became consumed by their arrogance precisely because they ignored the public. There must surely be many people like Kale and Sumeru who are passionate about learning, but cannot study due to various reasons. The old academia paid no heed to them. But if I start a reading course for Kale as a pilot, perhaps this shall come to benefit many more people in the future.
I'll need to go back and ask if this is in accordance with regulations.
Oh, save yourself the extra trouble. I'll come with you. If there's any arguments to be had, we shall sweep them aside together. Traveler, Kale, do wait for us a little while outside the academia. I'll be back in just a moment.
Wait! Let's catch up with her.
You know? Wait, I'm sorry. How was your day? Oh, it's fine. My day was good. I didn't have work. Yay! That's why we're doing a stream in the middle of the day. I stayed in bed until like 11. I was up since 8, but I stayed in bed until like 11. And then I went out and I grabbed everything that I needed to grab. I had lunch, then I streamed because I saw something very important in Genshin. Did I? You seem quite scared of her.
No,
So it was a great day. It was a nice
Farazan
day.
is a
Really
brilliant
easy.
scholar. Even Master thinks so. If she's
Sounds
really
pretty good to
going
me. It
teach
was.
me how
It
to
was.
read, it'll definitely be much better than me bashing my head against the wall.
It's
It's just that she can get a bit too passionate sometimes. I don't know how to handle that.
The way she treats you is completely different from how she treats researchers.
Maybe it's because she wants to take me in as a student? It's just like that researcher said. The academia has completely changed during the 100 years that Farazan was gone. I don't really get it, but it does seem like Haravitat's students aren't optimistic about the prospects of doing research with her. Students who are interested in mechanisms and applications of the elements generally enroll in Kasharawar and Spotamod. Madame Farazan also refuses to accept random students just to make up numbers. She still hasn't found a student she likes, even after all this time back.
So, she's a teacher with no students.
But she seems to like my attitude toward learning, so she often asks me if I'm willing to become her student. It's because I'm a slow learner that I have no choice but to stay up late and study. Whenever she compliments me, I feel really guilty.
So, you're scared of her because she keeps asking you to become her student.
It's not that. Madame Farazan respects my choices. She hasn't been trying to persuade me, especially since she knows I need to rest and recuperate. She sometimes brings food to Gandharvaville for me, and each time she says that Master can't find out.
That sounds like something a grandmother might do for her granddaughter.
Now that
We're
you
calling
mention
Farazan old.
it does feel a bit like that. Do I really look that young?
To be fair, I don't know how old you are.
Kale, Traveler, thank you for
Like
waiting.
18?
The
Ooh,
issue has
Callie,
been
thank you for the
resolved.
hydrate. I didn't even have my water bottle here. It's right here, though. I have it. That was fast.
I argued
Anyway,
with the
I have my
higher-ups
water
and
here.
convinced
Shake,
them
shake,
of
shake,
the
shake.
practicality and necessity of
Big sip,
educating the
just for
general
you.
public. If I'm not mistaken, they're the students of my classmates' students. They're
Thank
a
you
lot
for the
less
redeem.
forceful than their predecessors, though. I'd say they caved rather quickly.
Amazing.
Were they convinced or were they coerced?
It's just that we need to fill in every single page of the application. It's been a century, but the academia is as picky as ever. Let's see now. What do we need to fill in? Course name, learning objectives, teaching methods, course materials. I suppose we can fill in the course name last.
Our learning objective is to teach people to read, right? Oh, and the
That's
posture
a bit
check.
too
Okay,
general, I'd
alright.
say.
Thank you.
After all,
Callie.
this class's target audience isn't toddlers or
Stretch,
children,
stretch.
but rather people who already know the basics of reading. As such, we'll need a more specific
Ooh,
learning objective.
thank you for the redeem.
How about proficiency in reading and writing?
That's true. If we use children's teaching materials, we'll only end up wasting a lot of time on things that students would already know.
And you have your job as a forest ranger, Kale. People who attend this course in the future are also likely to have life commitments. We need more effective teaching methods.
So, other than teaching materials for children, what other learning method does Kale use? Gotta drink the waters. It's true.
Master always tells
Haven't
me
had
that
a sip
practice
in
is the best way to learn.
in
That's
an
why
hour and a
I often
half that
ask
we've
him to
been
help me find
streaming.
simple books to read.
So,
It must have been difficult to get books in Sumeru in recent years, no? Tainari really went the extra mile for you. Expanding literacy is a capital notion. Now that the academia is easing restrictions on the circulation of books,
you know what?
there should be more people who have become interested in reading. It's a great time to conduct this course.
So we got teaching methods sorted out. Never mind. LOL. Did you try to redeem the hydrate again? LOL. That's really funny. Then how do we choose our course materials then?
So that's next on the list. I fear that I'm at a loss as to which books youngsters like nowadays. Would The Legend of Antara be too old of a story?
Even a centenarian like you finds that tale old.
Fair. Kale, what have you been reading lately?
It's out of stock,
Me?
yeah. I
I've
have
been reading light
seen
novels from Inazuma.
I have seen
I heard
firsthand
that ever since we were allowed to
the
sell books
spammed
in Sumeru again,
hydrate, and I would
some
not
people
wish
set
that
up
on my
stalls at
worst
Treasure Street to
foes.
sell light novels. I've been meaning to go there and check it out.
Light novels? This is my first time hearing about such a thing, but I doubt I will procure suitable teaching materials from the House of Dana. Treasure Street it is.
Okay.
Wait for us, Madame Farazan! You wouldn't think someone as fast as her is over 100. Let's pick up the pace and catch up to her.
Let's go. Oh, it's higher? This is what happens. I got a little ahead of myself. There she is.
What a long and mildly ungrammatical title. And why is the cover so colorful?
Is this your first time seeing a light novel, ma'am? Oh, they're the most popular of books nowadays. Would you like me to recommend something?
Fine. One shouldn't judge a book by its cover after all.
It's true.
Maybe browse through the books here.
Of course. Why don't you try this one? It's Outlander Brigade, When the Wind of Death Blew Towards the Blonde Samurai.
Hmm? Isn't that...
I heard that this book's author describes action in vivid detail.
Now I've only skimmed through a few pages, but it feels like it's all fight scenes. There are only subjects and predicates, and the syntax is a tad simple.
Subjects? Predicates?
The protagonist just ends up fighting in every scene with no proper build-up. Will anyone even enjoy a story that's only comprised of fights?
It's for readers who don't care about plot.
How about... the good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat Sunsetias to become stronger.
That's quite the title.
A reincarnation isekai story? Those are pretty popular right now.
Isekai? What in the world is that? Also, why does it become stronger by eating Sunsetias?
Those are what we call tropes.
Tropes? Ah, those fictional rules used to push the plot forward, yes? They're definitely effective in achieving a distancing effect.
Sorry. What is this
Quack.
distancing effect?
However, this book doesn't
Bar,
explain
thank you
how
for the
reincarnation
quack.
correlates to becoming stronger.
Yes,
Such a logical rule will affect the coherence of
this
the story.
this entire
Will
part of the
readers really
thing is
accept
just
this?
used to make fun of light novels, I guess. There must be people out there who will. It's for readers who don't care much for logic. Anyway, we got ducks to
How
bring
about
out.
this? I had to fight tooth and nail to get this in stock.
Oh, that's the latest volume of Onibudo.
Onibudo.
Now that's a rather normal title length. Oh, Kale, do you like this series?
Yes, but I don't like it that much.
Duck time. Hold on. I feel like they're waiting for me. Anyway. 5 minutes. She clearly recognized it as the latest volume with a single glance. She embarrassed to admit that she likes the book.
Madam?
Duck.
Are you going to use this series as teaching material?
Let me see. The dialogue flows quite well, but there are too many phrases here that I don't recognize. Third eye of perception, illusory mirror, and so on. Aren't these terms that are tied to tropes?
I also thought those names were strange when I was reading them.
I guess that's a language researcher from Haravatat for you.
It's impossible to derive the meaning of these phrases in isolation. Also, their morphological properties are quite pedestrian, really. Or did the protagonist purposely create these strange names to disorient their foes?
I think it's because such names are cool.
So there's no deeper purpose. Hi. It's quite hard to understand stories written these days.
You're right. It's such a weird book. But you keep wanting to read the next page.
Even the most popular book in Sumeru back then had greater depth than anything written today.
The most popular book back then?
Yes. A Bahumano researcher wrote it while researching folk legends. The plot had many twists. The world building was fantastic, and even the writing could withstand scrutiny. When it was still being published, many people in the academia were reading it. Even the sages back then all described the story as a timeless classic. The series must have concluded after so many years, right? Perhaps it's even more popular now.
Is there a book like that in Sumeru? I've never heard of such a thing before. What's the title?
It's called Tales of Shariar. Do you sell it here?
Tales of Shariar? I don't think I've heard of that before. When was it published?
About 100 years ago.
100 years ago? Are you pulling my leg? What sort of book can remain popular for 100 years?
The Legend of Antara is popular to this very day, isn't it? I just heard someone telling it a few days ago in a cafe. If an old story like that is still being shared, then Tales of Shariar must be even more popular.
Even if that is the case, I really don't carry that book here in my store.
What? Is that because of the Academia's strict control over books in recent years? I can't believe they've allowed the people of Sumeru to become so uncivilized. How can they not know about the Tales of Shariar?
Tales of Shariar? Oh, wait. I think I heard an antique seller on the other end of Treasure Street mention that name before. I mean, it is a book from 100 years ago. Why don't you try asking for it there?
Tales of Shariar is considered an antique now? How could the Academia have let such an excellent work of literature be forgotten like this?
Bro, it's 100
Traveler,
years
Colin,
old.
I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's meet at the antique sellers. Madam, wait! Oh no, this is bad.
What's wrong?
You asked me why I'm scared of Madame Farazan, right? It's not because I don't know how to respond to her kindness. It's because I'm afraid of that ancient language she researches, because I can barely understand any of it. What if she uses ancient text as teaching material?
The book's only 100 years old, Kale. I doubt this counts as a book written in an ancient language.
Even so, what if researchers from 100 years ago like to use ancient languages in their books? We've got to catch up to her!
Kale, it's okay. Let me in.
Found it! The 5th volume of Tales of Shariar!
Wow, you actually found it!
I never thought this book would ever get sold.
All right, that's our teaching material secured. We also now know what to call this course. Analysis of Classical Texts. After all, this book is definitely worthy of being called a classic.
Okay, alright.
Can I take a look? Luckily, the language being used here isn't ancient at all.
Yeah,
I
crazy.
can recognize a few words here and there. Huh? But why aren't there pictures in this book?
As
Sweet
long as the
Kale.
writing is good, readers won't need any illustrations to imagine the scenes.
Huh?
Worry not. I shall
That was
thoroughly
5
explain
minutes.
the difficult
No
sections.
more duck.
You'll like this book. I know it.
Duck time is
After
over.
all this time, I wonder if Aaliyah and Aziz ended up together. And who obtained the desert gem in the end? Sir, do you have the subsequent volumes of this series?
I don't think so.
Is that so? And here I thought I could finally read the ending. Never mind. I'll keep searching for the later volumes myself.
What about volumes
If
1
I'm
through
to
4?
use it as a teaching material, it's better to start earlier in the series. Where are the first 4 volumes?
There we go.
Why aren't they all together?
I don't have those either. Actually, this is the only volume I have.
Is this series
Says
really that
voices names.
popular?
No.
Makes my brain
It's
go
not
blur.
popular at all. Rather, there's absolutely no demand for it.
No demand? Impossible. Back then, I'd come across at least 3 groups of people talking about it during a single stroll at the Academia.
Seriously? No one told me that this book was anything special when I first got it.
Where did you get this from? Can you still contact the seller?
I'm afraid not. This book was sold together with a whole bunch of antique furniture. I didn't even notice it initially. Otherwise, the mantra would have come knocking. Wait, is this book actually worth a lot? It can't be, right?
I'm afraid not.
That's impossible. No matter how strict the Academia was, there's no way Tales of Shariar could have fallen into such a state.
I do remember a passerby skimming through the book a few days ago. However, he simply sighed and left.
He
Probably
sighed?
I'll hate them.
Why would he react like that? Given the quality of Tales of Shariar, he should have been entranced after a single glance. I'm sorry. Traveler, Kale, please give me a moment. I'd like to look through this book first.
Imagine it's just not as good as she remembers. Nostalgic
Why
glasses.
is there another misunderstanding between Ali and Aziz? Also, why is there no mention of the Desert Gem at all? And a new character is introduced with no foreshadowing at all? Also, what are all these new names and terms? Is this really the Tales of Shariar I know?
Well, that passerby reacted in much the same way.
Who was the passerby in any case?
It's Madar from the cafe over
Ah,
there.
I see.
You know, the fellow who spends all day telling the legend of Antara. Since that's also a very old story, maybe he knows a thing or two about that, Tales of, whatever it's called.
Then let's go ask around at the cafe. Huh? Madame Farazan?
Huh? Oh, yes. Let's go.
Happens all the time. That's life. Hold on. Hold on. Let's not go there just yet. I need to see if I can get the antiques thing. Hello. What do you have to offer? Have been preserved? You're mentally ill. Why do they do that? Hold on. Trying to remember everything. Turns out I don't remember anything. Sorry about that. It's talking about your second son. I do not hear it. I need these though. Man. Milk. Yep. Rice. Ooh, let's go get some more rice. 100 rice, please. 7,000 shrimp, please. Why do I have so much shrimp? Let's go to the cafe. Why is it just shrimp? I have 7,000 shrimp. Should stop buying shrimp every time I see it. Ooh, wait, hold on. Ah, there's something here that we can only get here. Coffee. What have you got here? Coffee beans. I don't like coffee. But coffee likes coffee. Coffee likes coffee.
Another day,
Words.
another empty room.
Excuse me? But are you Mada?
Yes! Are you here to listen to my story?
Yes.
Well, we actually came to ask about something else.
I see.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm used to it, more or less. So, how can this terribly unpopular storyteller help you?
Alright. He sounds like a pick-me girl.
Huh? Tales of Shariar? Why, I can barely remember the last time anyone talked about it. My master always talked about how incredibly popular that book used to be. However, I tried reciting a few chapters of it at the cafe, and I found that it's even less popular than the Legend of Antara.
Your master?
Yes, the one who taught me how to be a storyteller. He said that Tales of Shariar was written by his master's master's master. He also said that this great-great-grandmaster was an academia researcher, and that even the sages liked the series. He wrote 4 volumes back then, and the reviews just got better and better. You couldn't find a single person in Sumeru who hadn't read his books.
And then? What happened next? Why doesn't anyone know about Tales of Shariar now?
Oh, it's hard to tell when it comes to trends. One day everyone likes stories like that, and the next day their tastes change completely. Instead of writing a proper ending, this great-great-grandmaster kept trying to extend the story. To tap into popular trends, he added a lot of tropes. Then, starting from the 5th volume, the reviews started to go downhill.
How could that be? Then what happened to Tales of Shariar in the end?
In the end, there's no ending.
The great-great-grandmaster tried to write a few more volumes, following whatever trends were popular at the time, but the trends kept changing right as he published his books. He got so infuriated that he stopped writing altogether and focused on his research instead.
What? So there's no ending? The readers didn't care?
By that time, only a very small number of people were reading Tales of Shahryar. Anyway, my master probably exaggerated. How could a work possibly have been that popular? The only tangible thing my great-great-grandmaster left is the original draft of Legend of Antara. He also left behind many theses from his research phase. When my master talked about Legend of Antara, he'd even quote from those theses. My master is a much better storyteller than me. Even when we're telling the same story about Antara, he's always able to draw in a huge crowd. But even he won't recite Tales of Shahryar due to its ever-changing writing style and its lack of an ending.
So, Antara's story is the one that lasted through the years.
Well, not even sages can definitively ascertain the quality of something like a story. In the end, only time can separate the classics from the fads.
Only time? Madame Farazan? It's been 100 years. Perhaps some things I once believed to be great aren't so after all.
You know, I think you don't have to worry about that. The story's decline might not have been due to changing trends. It doesn't matter if it's a classic or a fad. What matters is that you like it.
Yeah! Master helped me find a lot of famous
Hope your
books
stream
at
is going
first,
well.
but
Keep being cute,
in the
doing
end,
some house maintenance. Don't worry, they're doing house maintenance on me, on my house as well. I just haven't through it. But Dimbard, you miss Karkata.
if I can't
He's
bring
back.
myself to read them in the first
We get to
place.
see him in the hangout
The
event.
best books for me are the ones I like.
The problem here is not actually about improving your reading skills. But I suppose the principle is the same. You missed. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can check out the VOD. He's so.
Readers' interest in trends
I
of the
miss
time are
Karkata
not
so
things that are
much.
so easily predicted. What was popular 100 years ago could be completely
But
forgotten
he gets
in
all
modern
better.
times.
We fix
And
him
yet,
up.
100 years, as far as history is concerned, is but a blink of an eye. If Tales of Shahryar hadn't chased after trends and instead stuck to its original style from start to finish, it might have stood some chance of gaining renewed popularity. No, even if that didn't happen, at least it would be a work that was true to itself.
Huh? Our conversation just got a lot more serious.
I don't really get what you're talking about, but it does sound sensible. Looks like I also have to hang in there and tell Antara's story well.
You should think about your income first.
How unseemly. I almost got carried away because of a single book. Well then, we should get back to the matter of our teaching material. It looks like we can't use Tales of Shahryar now.
How about the Legend of Antara then?
No, it's much too old.
Oh.
You could hear his heart
You found the
break.
book that you liked at the bookstall, yes?
Yes, but I don't really...
Then we'll use that book as our teaching material. Now that I think about it, using a book that you like is the most suitable choice for teaching you how to read. As for the academia, as long as we come up with an appropriate course name, we should be able to get away with this.
Perhaps analysis of popular literature might do the trick.
My, it sounds like you've dealt with the academia before. Let's go with that. Now then, let's return to the book vendor in a bit and buy the latest volume of this Onibudo for Kale. But if I wish to use it as teaching material, I have to read it first.
Huh?
Speaking of which, other than third eye of perception and illusory mirror, I also espy some unfamiliar phrases from the reader's messages at the back of the book. Such things as, even if it reminds me of my dark history, I still can't help but be drawn in by the story. And The author has written all the things that I only dare whisper into a tree hollow. Why do people use dark history to refer to awkward or embarrassing memories? Is this some slang that was invented in the last century? If one of our learning objectives was researching linguistic changes over the past 100 years, it might make it easier to get these books approved as teaching material.
Oh, I can tell you what that's all about. Apparently, in their youth, some people used to imagine themselves as someone burdened by fate, fighting against the world, etc. But as they grew older, they started to become embarrassed by such memories. Some would write those fantasies into novels, while others would entrust such tales to tree hollows.
Mata, you know, I suddenly have the urge to hear a story about Antara.
Huh? Why so suddenly?
It's good to reminisce on an old tale in a while.
I knew it. There will always be people who love the golden oldies. Now, let me tell you all about the ancient hero, Antara.
Optimal solution. Tales of the past remain radiant even now. Very nice. We did all of it. And we got her little traditionally made charcoal baked Ajalinak cake. I see. Okay, good for her. And then after this, okay, books. We need to do some stuff. So, turns out in order to do Kave's story, we have to finish Caribert. So we need to go do Caribert. Yeah, we need to go do Caribert. So, I hope you're strapped in for some story. Let me check on something real quick. Looking around at the speed of sound. I could go beat up a weekly boss real quick. I don't know which one to beat up, though. Let's not bother. Let's just go to Port Ormos, I think. We get to hang out with our buddy best friend Dingsley.
Follow the wind.
None of you guys. I don't think I ever streamed one of the intermission quests before, so this will be the first time you guys see him. Not the first time I see him. I remember this place. It's where that one guy was being upset about the forbidden knowledge. What's up?
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's on a journey to all corners of Tevat, right?
Who's asking? Do you need something from us?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you, you see. It's from another Outlander.
Oh?
He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the most obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
Well, we are always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on a whim. So, what address did that person give you anyway?
He just wrote, next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
I'm
What? So the address is Paimon?
Exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate him.
That's so funny.
Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here.
Great. Well, let me see this letter.
Of course. Here it is. All yours.
Come on! Paimon wants to have a look too!
It's been a while. How have you been? I've heard that the two of you are traveling in Sumeru, and I happen to be in Port Ormos on official business. Lately, I've been stopping by Jafar Tavern for a drink or two every afternoon. If luck's on my side and this letter successfully reaches you, come to me then and we can catch up on old times. We'll see it as a fated encounter. Your trusty Kaya! Oh my god! We're stopping everything.
So he's here
You get to hang out with Kaya! That's why we have to wait until after Caraber!
Paimon thinks about it. Crafty does describe him pretty well.
Yeah, I can't say I'm hugely surprised.
From what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance of it reaching us. Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Do you think he's making this sound like a miracle of fate so that we'd have to go meet up with him?
Well, no harm done. It'd be nice to catch up with him.
Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends.
Always nice to see old
The
friends.
letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should drop in on him then, huh?
Let's go. Let's go. We gotta speed run. My buddy best friend is waiting for me. I have to wait until the afternoon. Okay. We're waiting again, I suppose. Perfect. Let's go. And grab this achievement while we're here. This is Kaya's hangout. I can't wait.
Kaya should be at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see him.
There he is.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. It's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Kaya, you're really here! Paimon half thought you were playing some sort of prank on us.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
We've missed you too.
Wait a second.
They've really been bringing Kaya back around.
Business, right?
He had that.
What do you think you're doing?
He was
spending
part of
every
the
afternoon
TCG
drinking at
event.
the tavern?
He's in K-Bert. He's getting his own hangout event.
Not at all.
I'm so
the
happy
acting
for
Grand
him.
Master positively
I love
terrifies
Kaya.
me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her?
Very believable.
The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for strictly business purposes. Sumeru's spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that this fine establishment was where a certain very popular spiced cocktail was invented. That's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some spice merchants in Port Ormos about some potential collaboration.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master D-Luke are gonna make a tidy sum from this one too, huh?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not depends on how nice I'm feeling.
Of course.
Hey, using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain.
I'm guessing you've been to Sumeru before?
Oh? What makes you say that?
You came to Sumeru all on your own, so you must be quite familiar with the place?
Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once, when I was very young.
Very young?
And? Do continue.
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Don't worry about it. You don't have to go into great detail.
Well, all right, since you're so interested. Like I said, I was very young then.
Dawn Winery had only just taken me in. I overheard my adoptive father talk about sending a team of merchants to Sumeru during a business meeting. I'm sure you'll agree that everyone's curious about their roots on some level. And my roots? They're in Conria, which is said to have been located deep underground, somewhere near Sumeru.
Conria.
And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo and silently joined the merchant delegation on their trip to Sumeru. But it wasn't long before the merchant delegation received news that I'd gone missing. Their leader promptly found me, and before I knew it, my adoptive father was dragging me back home by the ear. It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you.
Speaking of Conria, how much do you know about it?
Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young.
There he
My
is.
life had less and less to do with Conria as I grew up, and so I started caring less as well. I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder. Maybe my father left me in the peaceful land of Mondstadt for no other reason than simply to keep me alive. As well as ensuring that I'd be safely cut off from certain things. The thought that I might be able to actually live a happy life there must have been the icing on the cake. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid that I'm not particularly in the know on this topic. These days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
One death afternoon, please, boss.
Nani?
Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Dainsleif?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt. Dainsleif, if I'm not mistaken.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Huh?
The Abyss Order?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming with your surname.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does confirm an old suspicion of mine. I suppose that was why my father left me in Mondstadt after all.
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest hint of skepticism.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in my memories. And in any case, I recognize your eyes.
Hmm?
You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
This is a
Very
lot of
clever.
information.
Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything. If you've already let go of your ties to the past, then keep it that way.
Kaya, you're not involved with the Abyss Order in any way, are you?
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly serious. And I'm afraid that as someone from Mondstadt, I'm not accustomed to this sort of atmosphere. So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of thing? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been.
I trust you, Kaya.
Either way, looks like we're out of time.
That's
I've got a
heavy.
space
I
merchant
know,
to meet
right?
in a
Like, we
minute,
just suddenly
so
got,
I'll
like,
leave the three
real
of you
heavy
carry on
lore,
the
and I'm like,
conversation without me.
I don't know, man. I just came here for a drink.
Alright then. You go do your thing, Kaya.
I came to hang out with my buddy
See you
best
around.
friend, Kaya.
And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like oil and water.
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen.
So you're saying that an Albrecht founded the Abyss Order?
Well, I suspect that they call your brother their prince, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Oh, so if he was the founder, he'd be the king, right?
So, what do you plan to do here in Sumeru?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate. Do you remember that name?
It's been a long time since we had him out.
Evil plan! We learned about that back in Mondstadt.
You got a new lead?
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. But while I was recovering my health recently, I suddenly remembered something. Your brother. He mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together.
All the way back then? So, that was already a thing several centuries ago.
Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these memories tallied up. I recall that we were traveling to Sumeru when the matter was brought up.
So, you're going to the place that he mentioned back then?
Correct. At that time, they must have been introduced in one way or another to this concept. If I recall correctly, we were somewhere in Avidya Forest then.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Maybe we'll discover some secret that's lain hidden for hundreds of years!
No. Now is not the time.
Are you concerned about the Abyss Order?
No, it's just... I'm still waiting for my drink.
After Dane finishes his drink, you prepare to travel. Yeah. I mean, hey. You want a drink, you get a drink. I don't see him anywhere, so I guess we should go to the... Very Dane thing to do, yeah. I love him for that. The Avidya Forest. Darverville. Or are we going right above it? Going through. Got motherfucking R&R. Didn't we already do this? I think we already did this exact R&R. We don't need to be here anymore. Yeah. Now it's just here for cooking. Let me see. What haven't I cooked yet? I've cooked all of that. Grilled unagi. I've actually done all of that. Chroma wraps. We've done that. Why can't I find the new things? There's new things. I know there is. Rice cake soup. Yeah, that looks so good. We haven't done all of this. Let's cook up what we can. We still don't have enough eel meat, which is very... Eel meat's so hard to come by, and it requires so much. 3 eels. There's only 1. Yeah. Anyway. Tashin. Yeah. Oh, I can make this. I can make this. Get him, Barbara. I don't think we'll get anything done here, but it's a good thing to start. It doesn't look particularly good though. Like, you know how most of the food looks good? This doesn't look particularly good. Cooked rice is mixed with meat that is marinated in yogurt, then baked until its surface turns crispy. Don't forget to add a handful of patisara petals before serving. For whatever reason. Both the rice and meat are enough to keep one's stomach full for a long time, making it a very popular dish. If it gets you full, I can't complain. Baklava we have not done because it requires the nuts. Well, we did our best. Let's go. Back to the store. Rude. Could have caught that. Hmm? What am I getting targeted by? What? What? Whatever. It's done. Anyway.
Wait. This place, it's familiar.
What about it? It looks pretty normal to Paimon. Was it like this hundreds of years ago too?
Yes. The forest has barely changed from how I remember it. There is very little human activity here after all. Let's search the area and see what we can find.
Is this a field? It must belong to whoever owns that house over there. But it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. You could be forgiven for thinking nothing was ever grown here. Or, wait, maybe nothing ever was grown here. It's an extinguished bonfire. Forest rangers, perhaps?
Look at Paimon being
Ages
smart.
since it was last lit. And clearly they put it out carefully to prevent a forest fire, too. That's responsible.
That's
Nothing
responsible.
else stands out in this area. All that's left is that building. Come on.
Wait, we're just gonna go barging in? What if someone's home?
Unlikely. There are no signs of life in this area. We should be able to enter without incident.
If you say so. Well, you lead the way then, Dane.
Open the door.
Huh. So there really isn't anyone home. Ugh, this place is so dusty. Paimon bets no one's lived here in years.
DJ, be nice to Paimon.
Hey, look! It's a bull! Guess whoever used to live here liked to cook, huh?
Can't you smell it? There's a heavy scent of medicinal herbs in here.
Oh, so it's a medicine bull? Seems you're right. You've got a good nose on you, Dane. There's a box over here. Why don't we open it? And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips off.
You sure are going places with your paranoia.
Huh? This is a mirror. It's broken too. Was this a makeup box?
It's just a regular mirror.
That's kinda disappointing. Paimon was hoping we'd uncover some super big secret, especially after Dane talked this place up.
Dane's just in the background.
This bed looks pretty ordinary. Huh. There's nothing underneath it either. What sort of person would want to live here? It's so dark and damp. Can't be all that comfortable. Doesn't look like there's anything else worth our attention here. You sure we're in the right place, Dane?
My memories are quite foggy, but my subconscious and instincts both assert that something once happened here. But we'll exhaust ourselves if we search aimlessly. I hear noises outside. Let's go and check.
Noises? Is it?
It's not much. Just some minor adversaries.
Just some minor adversary. Okay. Open the door. Oh yeah, no, it is just minor.
Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose. This is surprisingly good shape for a 500-year-old.
That doesn't do anything, but...
Although for someone who's as full of surprises as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters!
Well, I just took the explosion to the face. This is gonna be a while.
Into the wind.
There we go. Now we can start doing things. Easy.
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. There must be something nearby that attracted them. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. But it seems to be more than that. Okay. I'll go slightly further out to investigate any issues with the nearby ley lines. I might be a while. You should wait for me here.
What? You're going alone? You better not be trying to keep some secret from us.
Your suspicions are as banal as they are unwarranted. I merely think that this house should remain the focus of our investigation, and as such, someone ought to stay here and keep an eye on it. Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating ley lines, I will be more than able to handle it alone.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just camp out here then. Good thing there's a bonfire over there. Let's make ourselves something to eat. All this running around has made Paimon real
We
hungry.
were just cooking earlier. Perfect. Have to light the bonfire. Get him, Boba. It's a cutscene, guys.
Your cooking is as good as ever. Even if
It's
there
not
was
a
no other
cutscene.
reason,
It was
the
just a
food
very
alone
fancy
would be enough
camera
for
angle.
Paimon to stick with you.
Well, preloading comes more naturally to you than most.
Changing the subject.
Changing the
Forever.
subject.
He said that there might be an issue with the nearby ley lines. How bad do you think it could be? We came together, but now it's back to just being the two of us again. You know, now that Paimon mentions it, we really have spent lots and lots of time together, haven't we? So don't take this the wrong way or anything, but do you ever get tired of Paimon being around?
Oh, make my day every day, Paimon.
Oh, you stop it! Now you're embarrassing, Paimon.
We're best friends.
So, next question. Don't know if it's okay to ask this, but Paimon's curious. What was it like traveling with your brother? The stars?
We'd gaze at the stars, just like this. And we'd point at the planets we wanted to visit.
Wow.
We traveled through the universe, always by each other's side. We saw all manner of hope and despair. This is the first time we've ever been separated. If nothing else, I just want to know what happened.
Yeah, Paimon understands. Being separated without even knowing the reason why, it's just terrible. But we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, Heavenly Principles. And you too, Teyvat.
Just you wait, Heavenly Principles. And you too, Teyvat.
You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something happy instead, because if you're sad, Paimon will be too.
Thank you, Paimon.
All right. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry, no monster's gonna come and eat you up.
Well, that's a first. Paimon, not going to bed before me.
Oh, come on! Don't say that! Paimon just wants to look after you for once.
Alright. Good night, Paimon.
Nighty-night. Go on, shoo! Off to sleep!
Paimon is sweet. Memories of your sibling fill your mind as you fall soundly asleep. This is so cute. Oh.
Hey, Time to wake up. The sun has risen.
Hmm? Just sleeping on the dirt. Dang.
What a deep sleeper. You do know that we need to... Tear stains. You dreamed of your sibling last night, didn't you? All right. Rest here a bit longer then. I'll head into the forest to investigate.
Huh? Why are you going back into the forest? That was a yawn from the traveler. We heard it. How did I fall asleep till morning? Why didn't Paimon wake me up to switch shifts? Hang on a moment. Where is Paimon anyway? I vaguely remember Dane coming over. Did Paimon go into the woods with him, seeing how I hadn't woken up yet? Whatever the case, looks like it's just me here for now. I guess it's time to stretch my limbs and have a look around. Wait, did that noise come from inside the house? Paimon, is that you? No reply. I should go inside and check. This makes me... Star-crossed night. Also, the way Dainsleif saw... You are currently in a special story mode. You will not be able to continue it even if you... Wait, you will be able to continue it even if you leave. Do you wish to leave? Cancel. They don't let me open up the menu. Because Paimon is in the menu! My buddy best friend. I'm getting separation anxiety.
Halt! What do you think you're doing?
You startled me.
This place is not whatever you think it is. Nor should you be poking your nose into my business. Be gone!
Oh, whoa, just calm down. I'm only here to look for my traveling companion.
Your travel companion? You mean the one that was keeping watch by your side?
He's a Conria bitch too! Look at his eyes!
Your companion departed for the forest early this morning. That much I saw with
This
my own
man's
eyes.
unhinged. I hate him. I thought so. Still, I don't know if I can trust this person's word just yet. So, you mean to say that you were nearby last night?
What business is that of yours, All you need to know is that I claimed this place first, and what I do here is none of your concern. Do I make myself quite clear? Leave.
Dude. There's something strange about this person. I need to find out what he's hiding.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I think I'm better off waiting here for my companion to come back.
If you must. Suit yourself.
He's got the eyeballs. He's from Conria.
I've been observing you, and you don't look like a forest ranger, nor someone from the academia.
This guy's so creepy, I hate him.
I'm warning you, no funny business. Promise me that, and you can do as you please.
I'm no villain, nor will I pretend to be a saint.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Just move aside. I'm heading in.
May I join you? I was out here all night. I'm cold.
You... Oh, go on then. Have it your way. I knew I wasn't going to be able to hide this anyway. Just come in. But no overreacting to anything you see in here, okay? You understand me?
He said, keep it on the down low. Relax. I've been around. It takes a lot to face me.
Come on, then.
I don't like this guy, though. I hate him. Is that a Hillitro? I don't know why I questioned it. It definitely is a Hillitro. Why do you keep a hilly troll at home?
Mind your own business. And don't worry.
Oh, based
He
on the
isn't
last
aggressive. How could he be? He was too young for anything like that. So don't you lay a finger on him. Just find yourself a corner to rest if you're tired or cold.
You're from Conria, aren't you?
Huh? You know Conria? Who are you? Exactly. And how do you know I'm from Conria?
I've met others from Conria. Your eyes.
Do you worship a god, traveler?
I follow no god, though I count some of them as my friends.
Sounds like you've had an eventful life.
This guy's so creepy.
All right, well, my name is Ida, and you are correct. I was once Conrian. I apologize for my earlier hostility, but you must understand, as far as I'm concerned, humans who do not worship the Seven are nigh extinct. And all who place faith in the gods are my enemies.
Spoken like a true Conrian.
That may be. But the fact is that chances to talk to people like yourself have been few and far between since the cataclysm. This wretched curse of immortality. Who knows how long I must continue to suffer like this?
What is the curse of immortality exactly?
The curse. It was a little gift given to the people of Conria by those vile gods. We lost our home, our loved ones, everything. The agony of the cataclysm itself was already too much to bear, but then came the curse, robbing us any chance of release. All we can do is watch helplessly as our souls erode and our bodies decay.
So Aid is just like Dane, someone who bears the curse of immortality. Why did some people turn into hilly trolls while you were afflicted by this curse instead?
Because, although Conria began with a single bloodline, it was a home to others too. Any who forsook their gods and came to Conria were welcomed as our fellow citizens. When the cataclysm came, we pure-blood Conrians were declared the greater sinners. Upon us the gods placed the curse of immortality. But those whose ancestry belonged to the domains of other gods were punished with the curse of the wilderness as they fled, turning them into monsters.
So, who is this hilly troll to you?
He is Kari Bear.
Kari Bear.
My illegitimate son.
Oh.
How times have changed. I can say that out loud with no consequence now, but it was once a matter of unspeakable shame. I was a noble of Conria. I resented the life that my family had arranged for me. Then, one day, I met a beautiful woman amongst the people. Her roots were in Mondstadt, but that mattered not to me. It was love at first sight. Kari Bear faced great hardship from the very moment of his birth, all due to my selfish desires, and I was never able to be there by his side for any of it. After all that, he turned into a hilly troll right before my very eyes. I always owed him much, and now at least I can finally be close to him.
What happened to his mother?
She was. We were separated. I do not wish to dwell on it.
I'm sorry. I know this must cause you great pain.
It could be worse. I suffer the pain of loss because I once had everything I could wish for. And now that I have lost almost everything, the little that remains I see with new clarity. If nothing else, at least I still have Caribert.
What were you planning to do around here?
Yes, that reminds me. I only returned here to check on Caribert, but I do have other things I wish to do. You may come with me, if you're so inclined.
I like this. This voice actor is really creepy, but he does it so well, you know? So it's very well voiced, but that might be the problem. Medicine, yeah.
Over here.
A crafting bench? What are you going to use this for?
I'm sure you're wondering why I brought Caribert here to Sumeru. Well, it's because he needs a medicine that can only be made here. One which will help him to recover his clarity of mind.
Recovers clarity of mind? When we were in the chasm, Dane said that the curse could not be undone. Is recovery really possible?
I do not hope to break the curse. I am well aware of my powerlessness against the punishment of the gods. But it is said that this medicine is imbued with the power of Sumeru's god of wisdom and can awaken the mind from a state of deep stupor. It has been used in the past to treat cases of mania. I believe that it might just work.
Where did you hear this?
I read about it in a book.
Take a look.
From
It's in
the
a
Royal
book.
Library of Conria. It was banned. I mean, since this medicine requires the power of the seven to work. In my youth, I disliked the life of nobility and craved excitement. I was leafing through some forbidden text and happened upon it.
You know, there must have been a reason it was banned. It sounds dangerous.
What other choice do I have? What exactly would you have me do, huh? The gods have already punished us. What does one more sin matter now?
All right, don't get worked up. I understand. No matter what, you have to try.
Never mind. As long as you understand. I'm sorry. I struggle to take control of my mood sometimes. Perhaps a consequence of having lived too long. As it happens, I am in dire need of some help to make this medicine. My hands don't have the dexterity they once did. I fear they may be decaying from within. All thanks to this curse of immortality. Okay. To start with, take this ingredient.
Okay. I've never seen a mushroom of this kind before.
Also, do you have any of Sumeru's regional specialties on hand? I believe they're called Kalpalata lotuses, and Sumeru roses.
I've picked some before, yes.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, in that case, we have everything we need. This is the method for making the medicine. You just need to follow the steps.
Synthesize the nameless taboo medicine of the royal court. Before we do that, it's also medicines in the cutscene. Not medicines. Ooh. Calpalata lotuses. Yes. Or lotusi, which is incorrect, but funnier to say. Craft. Earth, water. Yep, I know. The nameless taboo. They only let you craft one. Alright, Ayaka. Time for nameless sin. The sickness unto near death.
Is it done? Oh, splendid. Let me see. In all honesty, I do not know what the end product is supposed to look like. The banned book didn't feature any illustrations. Well, the moment has finally arrived. Curses.
Is it time to give Carabart the medicine?
No! We need to perform one final step to complete the medicine. I said before that this medicine relies on the power of the God of Wisdom for its restorative effects. Which means we must pay a visit to a statue of the Seven.
Ouch. That can't be easy for someone from Conria. Since he needs the God of Wisdom's power, should I get Nahida to help? Forget it. Aid hates the gods. It would complicate things. I'll just do it his way.
Let's go. Bring the medicine with you.
I miss Paimon. Look, I still can't enter the thing. I miss her. Let's go. Hold on, there's a fly in my room and it's driving me insane. Where are you? Where are you? I almost died. Is it just no fly traps? No. Well, it's in my room, and typically there aren't flies in my room, you know? In fact, we've gone a good portion of the summer without having any flies in the house.
As a jeweler
Like at all.
cherishes their gems.
We really didn't need it. But I don't know if it's just me, but the flies have been awful this year. Just like absolutely horrendous. There's so many, and they're so annoying. I don't know. Everyone's been complaining about it. We sell so many fly traps and fly swatters. It's crazy. Oh.
Look at this statue. How can I bow before this thing? God of Wisdom, look at me. I will utter no prayer, nor will I sing your praises.
Okay.
You and your kind destroyed my home, wrought unfathomable suffering on my compatriots, yet here I stand before you. You cannot mock me more than fate itself already has. God of Wisdom, I seek not to disavow myself of the sinful blood that flows through my veins. I wish only to beseech you to have pity upon a young and unfortunate soul, my son, Carabert. He was turned into a monster before he had the chance to witness anything beautiful in this world. This is no fate for a child. If everything the gods have done was in order to have the impious people of Conria bow their heads, then I bow to you now. I have given up all I ever stood for. All I ask is for a tiny miracle. For Caribert to see this world once more. Please, God.
This is a really sad story. Yeah.
I beg of you.
I may not know the whole truth behind the cataclysm, but the people of Conria have truly suffered. How could Conria and the Seven not coexist in peace?
I have made quite enough of a fool of myself for one day. Let's go.
Things will get better. Administer a dose of medicine to the Helitree. Do the gods of the world even interact with their mortals? Yeah, they do, all the time. Venti just pretends to be a bard in the tavern. He's one of the gods. The gods in Liyue is also pretending to be a normal guy now. He faked his own death so he could be normal, which is not a very normal way to go about it, but he does what he can. No, so why did Aid not get an answer? Because he's just talking to a statue, you know? Let me think. Inazuma, to be fair, Shogun does not interact with her people much, but there's a whole story reason behind that, so, you know. Sumeru. Yeah. Yeah, Nahida, who is the Sumeru's god, could not interact with her people for a very long time. Again, story reasons. So yeah. Venti's just chilling, drinking with people, and having a good time. Yeah, Venti probably has it as good as any of the gods, I think, so far. Obviously, he's not, like, free of tragedy. I guess if I were a god, I would go and chill among my mortals as well. Simple. Yeah, exactly. And that makes sense. I don't blame him for doing that. But you know.
Caribert?
I could say more about it, but we're in the middle of a cutscene, so we'll stick with this. The Helitree seems almost lifeless. Its reactions to everything are incredibly weak.
We've prepared the medicine. We might as well try it.
With your help, Aid feeds the new medicine.
Caribert, it's me. It's your father. Caribert.
Anything?
Caribert, please say something. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side when you were born. And that I failed to reach you and Mama in time when you both were suffering. But I'm here now. Papa's been by your side all these years. I've never left you, not once. Are you still angry with me, Caribert? I know you're awake now. Do you not want to talk to me? I'm so sorry, Caribert. Forgive me. Please, say something, anything. Please. Please.
Aid, stop. It didn't work.
Oh, gods above! What more do you want from me? You took everything from here, and I still bowed to you. I'd give you my very life if only you cared to take it. But you won't even let me die. I knew it. I should never have trusted anything that had to do with the gods. I was
This
just
guy's
deluding
VA
myself.
is amazing.
The gods of this
So
world
true.
have never stood with humanity, not even for a moment.
Calm down, Aid. There might be some other reasons it didn't work.
Other reasons. What do you mean?
Such as, who knows, perhaps the dosage was too low, or maybe it takes a full course of treatment.
Huh. You really think so?
You have to exhaust all options. Unless you're ready to give up on Carrie Bear.
Give up? No, never. And yes, you're right. I cannot let myself wallow in despair. Even if I must stay here with him for 50 years, 100, what difference does it make? I do not lack for time.
That's the spirit. I'll keep helping you. Yeah, that's a really good VA. To have infinite time yet no hope can only be called torture.
Let's go. We'll make another dose. The most crucial ingredient in this medicine is the unusual mushroom, which makes things complicated, but not impossible.
Where did you get those mushrooms from anyway? I kind of want to hear this voice actor in the different languages as well. Kind of curious about that.
I grow them in that field.
Wait, in a field? Like a crop?
The details don't matter, right? Curb your curiosity and just do as I instruct. If you truly wish to help me, that is how you can do it.
Fine.
There is a waterfall near the statue I prayed at. I need you to collect some water from there around 2 in the afternoon. I'll be here watching Kari Bear. Once you're back, I will make some fertilizer for the mushrooms. Good. Then please head over when the time comes.
Time passes quickly. Well, you know it, it's 2 in the afternoon. I'm glad they don't make me wait.
Please fetch the water. I'll be waiting here.
He's already lost and is pretending in front of you. I know. Okay, we have to go all the way back. Not there. Wait. Everyone, hold on. This item can't... I can't even catch animals in this quest! What's the point? What's the point of anything? I don't remember these people here. Okay. Okay. I found it. True, DJ. He has been doing this. Hanria fell 500 years ago. And he watched his son. He probably has not been getting good sleep, is what I'm trying to imply here.
Ah, you're back. Kara Bear's condition is stable. By which I mean he still isn't responding. Anyway, give me the water.
Yeah, sure. Strange mushroom watering water. That's funny. Kaya was here for the first half. That's it? Oh.
I need you to stand guard here for a while. Whatever you do, don't let any forest rangers approach the house. Understand?
Of course. Your secret is safe with me.
Ah, good. I'll be back soon. The fertilizer won't take but a moment to make.
You wait in the field for aid to return. Monsters, they're coming for this field. Does watering the field somehow attract monsters? Better fend them off. This man is becoming more and more sus. I know. Just the way he speaks is not particularly indicative towards anything normal.
Adorn my... You're toast! Whirling snow! Embrace the ice!
Nah, easy.
What happened? Was it monsters? Oh, thank goodness you were here. I couldn't have taken them on all by myself. I'd have to hide and wait until they were gone. Oh, yes, I've got the fertilizer. The effects can take some time to kick in, so let's get on with it.
Before long, the elemental energy within starts to take effect.
Next, we pick the mushrooms and repeat the same steps as before to make another dose. I trust you still remember the method.
Mm-hmm. Strange mushroom. Yes, whatever. We gotta go talk to a statue now. Hey, the medicine's ready.
Oh, sorry. I just, after resting in this field for a while, my thoughts began to wander. I have been so very wary for many years. If only I could fall asleep here in this field and never wake up again.
But so the curse denies you even this. You still have Carrie Bear.
I do indeed. That's why it was just a fleeting thought. Thank you for your
And
help
I'm back.
once
Hi,
again.
Gimbard. How was
And
the
now,
renovations?
for the final step.
You
to
missed
the
a lot of
statue of the
stuff, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's go to the statue again. Zip it up. He's preparing to mushroom the statue. No! DJ, no!
We're
It
here.
wouldn't be the first time
Let's
they've
begin.
used statues for less than normal things.
Wait a moment. Hey, what was that? Cory Bear?
What? He left the house?
Oh no, he must have left while we were too busy preparing the medicine to notice. Come on, we have to catch up with him.
Okay, let's go. We're not wasting any time. Or he let him out. It's possible. There's too many unknowns. Does he have the thing on? I can't.
That's not Cory Bear.
No, it's not. There's no silk scarf on. I was just about to say there's no scarf on him.
And Cory Bear's scarf was a gift I once gave to his mother. I use it now
Come
as
on.
a marker of sorts. My eyes must be going. How could I not recognize my own son? This decrepit body of mine.
Still, this hilly trail, there's something strange about it.
Yes. It doesn't seem interested in us in the least. It seems intent on walking in that direction. Where could it be going?
Let's go have a look.
Yes. The more we know about hilly churls, the better.
You don't have to be weird about it, though. Hold on. Yoink. There he is. He's walking even now.
Did it go in here? Well, let's head in.
I hope this isn't a. Oh, I didn't think this might be a domain. Let's hope it's nothing serious.
What a ghastly place. Has it always existed? I swear I've never noticed it before.
Look. What are those hilly trolls doing?
Huh. It looks like they're worshipping. Sometimes walking, sometimes kneeling in worship, and it appears to be in earnest. I've never seen anything like this in all my life. What in the world does this place conceal? Oh, there's only one way to find out.
The air here in the creepy scene. It's eerily familiar. I'm trying to remember the other. Now the dots connect. Yes. Talking about Skull Kid from Legend of Zelda. I don't know if we need to worry about getting too close or not. Part, thank you for Space Stuck. It kind of startled me. Oh, DJ, you don't understand. These are people from Kanya. You weren't here for the last lore drop. Huh? Party setup. Oh, we should be fine. I'll hail the duckening. Yes. Duck. That one's just going on then. There's a chest. Excuse me, lads. Oh. Dimbard wants the duck. I can't pause. They're not gonna get too far. I'm not too worried about it. We're bringing out duck. We're bringing out the duck twice. Very important. Thank you for duck. Quack. Perfect. They disappeared. Who would have thought? Anyway, you get 10 minutes. Nani? We just missed them disappear. We also disappeared.
Is this a teleportation device? What energy is powering it?
No, you get it for 5 minutes normally. 10 minutes because of the double redeem. Ugh.
My apologies.
Why wouldn't it let me sprint?
Excellent.
So 5 times 4. You only... That's not... What? No. But the 2 successes count as critical and double the amount of successes. That's not how it works, DJ. Thank you for the posture check, Dimbard. I appreciate it. Let's step in here and I'll do a little bit of a stretch. Oof. I don't like this teleportation. That is how it works if you're European. We're not a pen and paper player, though. Making me ducking mad right now. Oh, that's terrible. Tim Park, that's terrible. I feel like we shouldn't be leaving Care Bear. So... The quackening has begun. You're awful. You're terrible. Get swirled, idiot. The music in here is pretty good, though. Oh, look, there they are. This is all very weird, I'm not gonna lie.
Huh? How did I get on the ceiling? Did the room turn upside down, or gravity itself?
This does not make me comfy, I'm gonna be real. I don't think it makes Traveler comfy either. No, thing's not here. Ayaka.
It seems like I need to find a place to insert the rune.
You activated that, so let's head back. I suppose. Yoked. This is making me very nervous, I'm not gonna lie. It's a good thing we deployed our glider when we did. Otherwise, our Ayaka would have been murked by gravity.
Halt, humans! Fate has not granted you the right to enter this place.
Oh, he's cryo! An Abyss Herald?
Do you insist on an audience?
He's the cryo version. This is not good for me.
And I grant you the trial of destiny.
Oh no! Woo! Don't hurt her! This isn't gonna do anything except give me shield.
Into the wind.
Oh my god, get stunned. You're a goof? You're silly? Oh my god.
Gonna need a sensu for that one.
Wait, he doesn't have his shield yet, so it works perfect. No! No! He's got his shield! Dimbar, thank you for the sounder, dude. I don't know what that is. I don't like it. Ooh. Yeah. I ran into a different one. That's my fault. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need this one. Hit him, Boba. It's all up to you. This is very awkward. Yeah. Stop it. Stop it.
Winter is nigh.
This is so scary.
One with nature.
Stop. Stop it. Stop it. I'm scared.
Into the wind.
Go! Dimbar, thank you for the quack! No! It swirled cryo instead!
Time to go.
Oh, stop it. You stop it.
One with nature.
Okay. Fuck it. We're putting in Diona shields because we need the shield. That's it. Get him, Boba.
Time to go.
I forgot. I tried to time it. Oh, hold on. Oh, I tried to hide it so it seems like the sword quacks. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Oh my god, I'm so good at iframing, it's ridiculous. Oh my god, get perished.
Who was that? He was.
This is the first time I've ever seen you struggle. Well, he was cryo, and I was cryo. That's the only reason it was hard. If I brought Geo team, it wouldn't have been a problem. Well, Geo doesn't really deplete elemental shields very well, but it would have. I would have at least gotten shields from it. Grinding some Genshin before stream. Ah, I see. He was. I've seen similar characters before.
He was a perfect being. I'm in awe.
Huh?
He had the most wondrous aura, a perilous yet beautiful power. Oh, truly mesmerizing. And yet, you were able to defeat him. Oh, your strength is greater than I had imagined.
You have unconventional tastes.
Let's continue on. I find myself growing more curious by the second and more excited.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, weirdo. Whoop! That was perfect! That was 10 minutes, which means no more duck. We're changing duck. Got the Wolf's Gravestone to level 80. Yeah! Good for you! I'm so proud of you. I bet it must feel nice. Whenever you make major changes to your character, it's always really nice. The duckening will not rise again. I know, I know. Anyway, back to business. Back to business. Let us dive into this hell of enemies. Oh, and if we find my son on the wayside, let's please take a break. Yeah. Let's not be Diona. She's baby. Razor insta-dies so often. Yeah. Sounds like a skill issue. Oh, hold on. Let me check that. Yeah, Frostfall. Decreases the stamina of a character. Ooh. But to be fair, I only have 18,000 health, so... Sounds like you need to get better at iframing.
I think we've made it to the end.
What is that thing? Wrapped in chains, hanging in midair, emanating a sinister aura. There's no mistaking it. It's just like the defiled statue. Yeah, the thing we never cleaned up. So it does have something to do with the Abyss Order, and these worshipping heliotropes remind me too much of the Grand Thief. Aid, this place is bad news. We've got to go. Aid?
Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For fear of the unknown? Or for power of
It's
your
time to
covet?
eat. Whose voice is that? It must be coming from right inside my head. Can't Eid hear it?
Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For I am no god. I am but a sinner.
Sinner?
You are like a flower, born in sin, yet pure, spotless. I know your fate well. You need no longer hold back your resentment, nor accept the countless lies. Go forth, become a transcendent one. Rise beyond the fate bestowed upon you. And I shall shed a tear at the end of time, as I gaze back upon your life.
Who in the world are you? What do these words mean? That voice. It's gone. Oh no. Eid?
What just happened? When I saw that thing, my heart was instantly at peace. I was overcome by a sense of awe or joy, perhaps.
No! DJ, stop it! Are you alright now?
I am. I feel good. In fact, I feel better than I did before I came in here. How peculiar.
Something's not right about this place. We need to get out of here.
Oh, is that so? All right. As you wish.
We leave the ominous cave and return to Eid's home. Yeah, we need to get out of there.
Cory Bear! Oh, thank goodness! He's still okay.
Don't we still need to go to the Statue of the Seven? Why are we back here?
I have a strange feeling that what just happened was meant to be. For this to happen, right at the moment when I was dreading worshipping at a statue of the Seven, it's as if fate was calling to me. You say that I bowed before that thing, so perhaps it might be just as effective.
Sounds like a ridiculous idea. But if you insist.
I have to try. No matter what, you said it yourself. I have to exhaust all options. Cory Bear?
Are we getting...
Papa?
Cory Bear? Oh, my goodness, it worked! It's a miracle! Oh, Cory Bear, my dear son!
I can't believe it.
You see? It worked! Cory Bear can speak again!
Where's
Mama.
Mama is. Cory Bear, look at me. Do you know who I am?
Of course. Your papa.
Yes! Salvation! Sweet salvation! Yes, yes, this is what this feeling is. How do you feel, Cory Bear? Are you fully awake now?
Yes. It feels like I just woke up from a long, long sleep. I dreamed that I was hiding in a little room. I didn't dare go out the whole time, and I didn't want to either. Wait. My body! What happened to me? Is this me? Papa?
Wait, hi!
What's happened to me?
You're in the middle of a really intense cutscene, but I'm really
Don't
glad you're
panic,
here.
son.
How was your day?
It's just... While you were sleeping, we went into a fairy tale world. There's no more Conria here. No more home. But, do you know what that means? No more red sky. No more end of the world. In this world, you have to be a little monster, but you get to stay with Papa forever.
Am I
Playing prop hunt in Overwatch? Yeah.
No.
A little bit of content
not.
to that. It looks like a lot of
Look,
fun.
Cory Bear, you still have Mama's
I hope
scarf
you're
on
having
your
fun with
arm. That means she's watching over you, protecting you. So how could you be dead?
really?
Yes, really. You've only just woken up, and this must all be very confusing for you. Just rest here for now. Things will get better. Oh, and you have to promise me something. Never take off your mask. Understand? Whatever happens, you mustn't take it off.
Okay, Papa. I won't. I promise.
Father and son talk for a long while. Each seems like a changed man.
Not since that day have I been so glad as I am now. I can't believe this is really happening.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I knew that placing my hope in the Seven was a waste of time. I even worshipped at one of their statues like a common fool. Never before have I humiliated myself like that. Once a murderer, always a murderer. I was naive to think that the gods who conspired against us would ever offer redemption. But the god we saw in that cave, now that was a truly mighty god. Nothing like one of the Seven. That wondrous power, it was truly enchanting.
DJ, what
Surely
is
that
going on about?
must have been the reason I bowed down. Now then, after one beseeches a god, and the god responds by answering their prayers, should they, do something to show their devotion? Piety is hardly my area of expertise. But surely I should honor the god that has honored my wishes.
But that was not a god. That was a sinner.
A sinner? Oh, don't be absurd. You don't
It's
know a
2 a.m.
single
in the
thing
morning.
about
I'm
him.
only
How
half a cat
dare
to
you
full.
utter such
Yeah, okay, that's
blasphemy?
fair. That's fair, JJ.
You and I have both witnessed his divine power.
Sleepy,
When
cozy.
has the Seven worked a miracle like this before? Never. He is a god, mightier than they, and yet you would call him a sinner. Oh, preposterous. No matter. Believe what you will. You cannot shake my faith. I am going to pay my respects with or without you.
Fine, go ahead. His experience has affected him deeply. Not that he was particularly stable to begin with, but this religious fervor is something else. I guess I better catch up with him anyways. There are monsters everywhere. I can't stand by and let him fall into their hands. I'm wondering why the 7 gods would allow this to happen. The 7... Well, the gods, there weren't always... Well, there was 7 of them. Sometimes they switch out. Anyway, they cursed Kynria, so this was supposed to happen. Which is a little fucked up. Not a little, it's very fucked up. I just almost got fucking attacked by that boar. I still cannot use items or pause here. Ugh. You know, I just realized I haven't even been using my Genshin PNG tuber this entire time. Shame. Ugh. We have to travel this whole place again. Was it? Yeah. What are the odds we face that frost guy again? Have you eaten today? Would you believe me if I said yes? Of course, it's Swirled Electro. This thing's so useless. Oh, and cryo slimes, man. I'm frozen now. Oopsies. Great.
The wind knows me.
Physical attack. No, it's not even here anymore. Huh.
No. Impossible. What happened?
But it was right here.
The Hilichurl worshippers have disappeared too? Was it all an illusion?
We couldn't have both seen the exact same illusion.
That's true. Yes, it can't have been an illusion. I still feel that awesome and wondrous power flowing through my mind and body. It was neither illusion nor coincidence, and certainly no dream. It was a wonder. Yes, a divine wonder. Let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future we shall see it again.
You're turning into a zealot. Let's just get back.
Could he really have been a sinner and not a god? Kari Bear? Where has he gone?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, no, no. Maybe someone else came by and found him? No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of anyone having been here.
Maybe he ran off.
This does not bode well. What if he's spotted by a forest ranger or an adventurer in his current state?
Then we'll have to find him first. There's no time to lose.
Wait a minute. This isn't how we left it.
Unsatisfying, no resolution.
No.
We'll get there.
Did he?
Oh no, did he? Oh.
The mirror, it's broken!
It's been broken. But hasn't the mirror been broken this whole time? What does the broken mirror mean?
He must have taken his mask off and seen what he looks like beneath it. Ah, if he'd just done as he was told! Ah, we have to find him.
Alright, where is he?
It's his scarf. He dropped it.
It's a smaller scarf than I thought
Looks
it
like
was.
we're going the right way. Come on.
Let's go, let's go. Took off his mask and looked at himself, of course. Kids will be kids, as they say. Oh, so it's raining.
Caribert! Caribert! Where are you?
It's raining, which means my Ayaka team is going to be cracked. I want prop hunt in the best way possible. I was the bush on the big statue's face. That's so funny, Blade.
Hey, who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Calm down.
Have you seen a hilly churl? A hilly churl should have come past this way. Have you seen it?
I asked you first. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be.
I said, have you seen a hilly churl?
Eat.
Hey, whoa. Look, sir, there's no need to get so worked up. There are hilly churls everywhere. What's the big deal? We see plenty of them out here.
Exactly. Matter of fact, we just took out a few of them back there. Those dumb boneheads.
You... Forest Ranger scum! You spawn of the seven are all the same! I'll have your heads if you so much as laid a finger on Caribert!
You're raving mad! You've got some gall coming here to our nation insulting the Forest Rangers!
Curse you all, Forest Rangers!
Stop it, Eid. Or the Forest Rangers and I will have to make you. I'm not gonna do that last part. Both sides calm down thanks to your urging.
I don't get it. Why make such a huge fuss over a few hilly churls? Makes no sense.
You...
He doesn't have a scarf anymore. We don't know
his
who
mind.
he is.
How could you do this to him? So tell me, Forest Rangers, did you really spare none of them? Did you really take out every last hilly churl you saw?
Jeez, you're really not gonna let this go. Fine, you weirdo. If you must know, I happened to cross paths with a solitary hilly churl when I left the team to, use the toilet. I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have any interest in me at all. It was just bumbling along in that direction, so I left it alone.
That could have been Care Bear.
Yes! Wonderful! Wonderful! Let's go! We have to find him!
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I have
Wait, you're
supper
leaving?
ready for me
Not even as
upstairs.
thanks for the info, goodbye?
And I'm kind of hungry. I did eat lunch. I had hot wings. I think someone forgot to take the crazy meds. Yeah, suddenly I am not sure crazy. Well, actually, they probably do have crazy meds. Anyway, I got supper waiting for me upstairs. I'm kind of hungry. What's for supper? I have no idea. I was just told the supper was ready. Yesterday we had tacos. Oh, right there. I'm so stupid.
Caribert!
We found him.
Caribert, stop! It's me! It's Papa! Whatever you saw, it was all a trick. An illusion. I told you, we're in a fairy tale world now. Nothing here is real. Please, Caribert, come back. It's time to go back. Caribert?
He's not responding.
How could this happen? He regained his mind. He must be able to hear me. Surely. Come, Curry Bear. We have to go home now. Papa's here to take you home, all right?
Hold on, there's something not right with him. Let's see. Shush.
Papa.
Curry Bear.
Papa, I can't take it.
Please, Curry Bear. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. If only I'd known.
It's all too much. Papa.
I see. I understand now. Finally, it all makes sense.
He has handsome Squidward face? What happened? Did I faint? I remember Care Bear taking off his mask.
Ah, Traveler, you're awake. Finally, we can rejoice together. Wait, no. Why am I still calling you Traveler? Oh, I have known your true identity for some time now.
What do you mean, true identity?
I suspected it was you from the beginning. I had to talk to you to be sure.
But I've never met you.
Oh, of course you haven't. With your status, you can hardly be expected to know all of us. In any case, I've been using a fake name this entire time.
You were Paimon all along.
I once
Imagine.
had. My
This
real
is so
name
stressful.
is Clotar. Clotar Alberic.
Alberic? You can't be.
You saw it too, didn't you? Unmistakable, the power inside Curry Bear and the power of the one you call a sinner. It was one and the same. I am positive now. It's the power of the abyss, isn't it? Oh, at long last, I have seen it with my own eyes.
I didn't see clearly. What happened to Care Bear?
That is no business of yours. A sinner. Yes. Salvation for a sinner can only come from a sinner. Bear did not deserve his fate, but now it's wonderful. He will be able to weave his own destiny anew. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate.
There's that term again. The loom of fate. You're right about this being from the abyss, but the abyss is sinister and dangerous.
Huh? Sinister? Dangerous? Oh, I never imagined that you, of all people, would deny the abyss. How ridiculous! We once believed that you would bring new strength and hope to Conria. To us, you were the abyss. A wondrous mystery far beyond our imagination and comprehension. And the one who controls the abyss can control everything. We yearned for that future. We looked to you to take us there. But what did you bring us instead? Oh, Prince of Conria?
Nani?
What did he just call me?
Traveler!
Fucking what?
You're awake! Oh, thank goodness you're awake! Paimon was worried sick! Traveler? Traveler?
What happened while you were unconscious?
It was
I checked the
Paimon
ley
all
lines
along.
nearby. It appears that the Abyss tampered with them, and they've been in turmoil ever since. Information and memories flow within the ley lines. What did you witness?
The founder of the Abyss Order, Albrecht. What happened to him?
You mean Clothar Alberich?
Oh my god.
After founding the Abyss Order, his faith in the Abyss led him to do a great many things. But the curse of immortality continued to torment his body and mind. And in the end, neither his faith nor the Abyss he worshipped could save him. After 100 years, he lost his mind completely and was never seen again. Yet his dark legacy lived on. The defiled statue that we encountered previously was just one perverse product of his use of abyssal power during his life.
And despite that, my brother ultimately sided with him, didn't he?
You could say that. He wouldn't be the Abyss Order's prince otherwise.
Are you alright? You have a troubled look on your face. What happened?
I have a story to tell you. Your words sent Dainsleif deep into thought.
So you saw his memories from centuries ago through your own eyes. It all but defies belief. Still, as I'd suspected, the notion of the loom of fate did indeed rear its head during that time. And it seems closely connected to Clothar Alberich's son, Caribert, and what happened to him. And yet your brother never breathed a word of this incident to me. I wonder, was that the moment that he decided to go down this path?
I also wish that I could know what he thought about all of this. But one thing is clear. This is not a happy memory.
Indeed. Clearly, this series of events sparked a long period of deep contemplation. This was where it all began.
Yes. Oh, I almost forgot. There's something I need to check.
What is it?
I need to know what lies buried in this field.
The field? What does that have to do with anything?
You mean here? Well, let's start digging and see.
You scared the Duke out of Paimon! Did you rebury them yet?
We're done. You can open your eyes now.
A male and female skeleton, buried together. Interestingly, the male skeleton appears to have been interred much later. And it's holding a silk scarf in its hand.
Oh.
But what does this mean? And how did you know that there were bodies buried here?
I think the bones of the man belong to Clothar Albrecht.
What? That's impossible. Unless Clothar Alberich finally found a way to rid himself of the curse.
Perhaps he did.
This all raises far too many questions.
He probably
I need
buried.
time to think and to search my
What
memories
son of
for
a
some
Haley
missing
Trail?
pieces.
I
We should
don't-
part ways here.
No.
Huh?
It does seem unlikely that he managed to break the curse, considering Dainsleif, who's actively been
Come with us, you know?
searching,
It's
has
better
not
that
been
we
able
split
to.
up for now.
But I guess they would have been
I
able to
think that
tell
he
from the
might have
skeletal
seen
structure,
you.
right?
Who's he?
You mean the voice that I heard inside my head?
Yes. I have my suspicions as to his identity, but I need to confirm some other details before I can be sure. If the time is right, I will tell you when we next
Burying
meet.
his son will allow the narrative to reuse Albrecht later in the game. This is true, but I. Sorry. One of my brothers is being bad at games, and I don't want him to catch on the mic. It was just a memory. It all happened hundreds of years in the past.
I fear that while these
I'm
things
going
would
to
limit
sleep now.
anyone else,
DJ,
they
good
are
night.
no obstacle to him.
I really appreciate you sticking around and speculating with all of us.
Is he?
A sinner.
All right, let's leave it there. Get some
Has he
rest.
tried kidding?
Goodbye.
You should try getting good. It
There
might
goes
help.
Dane. And just like that, it's back to being the two of us again, huh?
Oh, Paimon, one more thing.
What is it?
I missed you.
Huh?
Quest complete. Oh, man. We can pause again. I missed Paimon. I did not like being separated. Create the medicine that will bring hope. Hey, Carolyn. Damn. That was a lot. I miss Crab. Me too. I also miss Crab. You did it. Now go eat some. Yeah, okay, hold on. Let's. I'm feeling melancholy. Let's go somewhere specific. And then we will wind down from stream. I'm gonna be real. That was a lot to take in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think it's worth recapping. Watch the VOD if you didn't. That was... sorry. It certainly was a lot. I'm so glad they're... to be honest, like, the earlier intermission stories was so... like, I don't know. There wasn't a lot. Like, if I watched my friend. He's recently gotten into it, so I watched him do the intermission stories with Dainsleif in Mondstadt, and there really wasn't much to it. Like, yes, obviously they reveal, hey, I'm a traveler, I know your brother, XYZ, let's go find some stuff, right? But there wasn't really much. Like, I know it was the very start of the game, so they held off, but there wasn't a lot of substance to it, I felt like it. And now there's just like so much. And it's not necessarily overwhelming, but it certainly is like it takes a moment to take that in. So I think we're going to take a moment. And we will call it there. I know I said no more Genshin streams, but it was really important to me that I got Care Bear done so that I could finish Kaya's hangout. And plus, we managed to see Karkata again. That was awesome. Karkata is my best friend, and he's your friend too. So we're going to end it there. And I know who we're going to raid, because he's my best friend forever. And you guys will love him. Let me set up the command now before I forget.
Emotional damage!
Dimbar, thank you. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt like. That's how it felt like going through that quest. Alright, we're gonna be rating Bart. He's playing DBD Killer right now. And if you didn't know, Nicolas Cage, famous A-list actor, just got released on Dead by Daylight. So that'll be fun content to watch. Thank you for the stream. Well, thank you so much for being here, Dimbard. I really appreciate it. You and DJ and everyone else that stopped in, I really appreciate you guys coming in. It means a lot that we were able to share this experience together. I cannot tell you when the next stream will be. Again, they're still reconstructing the outside of my house, so yeah. But yeah, I will send you. He's being ultra bad right now. Gotta get you to affiliate. I'm already affiliate. We just gotta get to partner now. Is all. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, I can't tell you when I'm gonna stream next. But if you haven't already, check the Discord. That'll give you some information about it. I will see you guys another time. Make sure that you show Bart the love and respect that he deserves. Alright? I will see you around. Bye-bye.